I almost forgot. I almost thought for a split second, I thought I could do things normally on the stream, but still can't see YouTube channel unless I manually fix everything. Oh, that's so great. That's so cool. That's so cool. That's so cool. Oh, there it is. Now I could see my chat. 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 Hello, losers. Y'all mind if I wild out? Show us the emotional support. I like how that's become the gimmick now. I do one thing on this channel. I don't know what it is. Every time I make a video, it could be like me talking about something important, or it could be like minutes on end, 33-minute video about a woman essentially almost fucking over a man. And a whole in like 70% of the comments is a bunch of ketchup enthusiasts. Why do I even try? Why do I even try? Like, what's the point of trying? Like, dead ass, what's the point of trying? Make a video about motherfucking parents condoning what they shouldn't be condoning. Everybody fixated on the knuckles. One person call it emotional support knuckles, and now you know what I might do? Every time I talk about something that's wild, I might just have this motherfucker might be somewhere in the shot. Whether if he be right here, or whether if I hang him up back there, or whether if he just like on my shoulder a little bit. What's wrong with Knuckles? Ain't nothing wrong with Knuckles. What's wrong with you? That's the real question. Like I said, leave him out of this. Somebody asked me where I got him. Bro, did y'all not go to AMC when Sonic 3 came out? And did y'all not, as y'all was getting like popcorn, see the Sonic and Knuckles and Shadow plushies? I was gonna give me a Shadow one, but I was like, I fuck with Knuckles a little bit more. I fuck with Knuckles just a little bit more. Where's the hat? Literally in that direction. Like literally down there. But I can't reach it, you see? Like I can't reach it. Like it's literally over there, but I gotta go way over here to get it. I don't wanna do that. It's too far. And as an American, I feel as though it's too far. Get you a goth baddie. See, the thing about that is the only person who should be wearing that much black in a relationship is me. I already got the skin color. I'm wearing black right now. I'm wearing black right now. Like, come on, bro. There's nothing in the ecos that I could do. I'm wearing the black right now. Like, you can't have all that black on dealing with me. Like, I'm just sorry. Nothing against them, but I gotta be the only fashionable one in the room. What are you, the Black Power Ranger? I could be. Your various local parks are safe because of people like me. Like, what are you talking about? Missing the eyeliner? You out of your mind. You can't out-black me, huh? Bro, black skin, black hair, black beard, black glasses, black hoodie, black socks. I got a hole in my sock? Oh my God. Whoa. Whoa. When did this occur? Oh, need new socks. Oh well. I need new socks. I just looked. I'm like, that shit wasn't there this morning. Well, I'll be going to Walmart tomorrow. I need new socks. Shit ain't fair. Need new. I don't know about ASAP, but it's like, you know how you get a pack of socks and then one get a hole in them and you gotta go get a new pack of socks, or am I just crazy? I've accepted the fact that I'm a psychopath. You shop on weekdays. If it's an essential need or must have, yes. If not, I could wait it out. Not even to the weekend. I could wait it out for a fuck ton. Just so everyone's aware, there's like this great cooking channel that you also subscribe to who made a great community note. I think it was last night. I don't know. He's just like so mysterious with all the shit he does. It's like, he's kind of weird. You know what I'm saying? It's called Ruined Cooking. I think you also subscribed to it. Yeah, it was a day ago. He just put out gumbo, orange chicken redemption, and honey shrimp and rice. I don't know about any of you, but I'd be on the lookout for those three things over like the next 3 days. Not including today. I'm talking about Thursday, Friday, Saturday. I don't know, man. All I know is everybody's a fucking gumbo enthusiast. I made that fucking gumbo and everybody like, damn, nigga, you need that much rice? I'm like, fuck. The rice soaked up the fucking juice. Fuck. Ain't nothing I could fucking do. There's nothing I can fucking do except make the shit. That's why I gotta fucking, you know what? Getting ahead of myself. I let these fucking I let these motherfuckers who grandmas cook their food come judge me. But no, I didn't see the White House homepage. Don't necessarily care too much. I see that motherfucker signing executive orders. But you know what else happened today that, to my knowledge, has not been talked about by all these fucking right-wingers or like mainstream Trump supporters on Twitter who would talk about shit? There was a school shooting today. And the same motherfuckers who will tell you about trans violence mum's the word. Same motherfuckers who will be like, we demand a manifesto. The manifesto is out. Matter of fact, let's just rip it. So look, I know Destiny's, whatever the fuck he did, it wasn't Chris. Somebody else told me, and I had Chris confirm it. I know next to nothing, and I'm not saying that like I'm a co-conspirator because I don't know these people. All I know is Buddy's getting sued for revenge porn, or at least police reports are being filed about revenge porn. And I'll dip my toe into that in a while, but y'all mind if I wild out? I know I asked y'all that earlier and y'all responded, you don't care, but it's nice to just ask. Well, you could have waited at least a little bit, but the 22nd day of the year and we have ourselves a school shooting. And we don't have to wait too long to play the little guessing game of what's the skin color, what's the ethnicity, what's the race, what's the sex, what's the gender, what's the binary, because we already got the mugshot. We already got the guy because he went into the school, shot at people, and I believe shot himself, and now he's dead. And the conflict resolution is nothing. Thoughts and prayers are going to be obvious. We're going to have a bunch of people give their political hot take about guns and gun control, and then nothing's gonna happen, and we're gonna wait for about maybe 2, maybe 3 weeks for the next school shooting. Welcome to 2025. But for any of the people who like to look at certain scenarios like this and say, I want to know about this person's upbringing, I want to know their thoughts, I demand to see a manifesto. Well, I would show you the manifesto, but I believe it's page after page after page of a bunch of words that I can't put on the screen, but I just want you to know this individual you see really don't like individuals who look like him or me. But there's one thing in this entire manifesto that is YouTube safe, and I want everyone to see it just so that it could be illustrated my thought about anyone who shoots up a school, because I believe I have the correct take about all of this. Is there a particular groups or people that radicalized you the most? This is an individual, I guess, doing basic interview of himself in some manner. Candace Owens, Ethan Ralph, Nick Fuentes, Turkey Tom, Ruben Sim, Mr. Beast, Cops and Talks, Wayne Lambright, iDubbbz, Destiny, Hassan Parker, okay. To expand on this, Candace Owens has influenced me above all. Each time she spoke, I was stunned by her insights and her own views. Helped me push further and further into the belief of violence over the Jewish question, along with Turkey Tom and Ruben Sim pushing me to the alt-right pipeline. We're taught violence and extremism by video games, music, literature, or cinema. Yes, following music called incel core, shooter core, taught me kill, Kanye West, and playing games like CSGO, Manhunt, Cry Out of Fear, Postal Doom, Skylanders. First of all, anybody being motivated to kill by playing Skylanders, you automatically need to go to the gulag. Mega Chug, TNO, Hole 14, I feel like I'm missing something there. Morimiya Middle School Shooter, have mentally prepared for murder. And listen, you can look at this and you could have whatever opinions you want about the subject matter. I said it and I'll repeat it. I feel like I have the correct take. I don't need to know this motherfucker's thoughts. I want him buried under the jail, and he's dead now. So I kind of get what I want, and there's really nothing that I could look at that could make me say, oh, we can do things to change society for the better, to stop violent people from doing violent things, because that ultimately means I have to trust humanity to not be stupid. And sorry, that's something I can't necessarily do, because there are so many examples that aren't just media, movies, literature, cinema, video games that could entice somebody to think, oh, it's perfectly okay to do this and it's perfectly fine. You got people who get bullied. You got people who get ignored at home. You got people who are mentally ill having their reasons to go shoot up a school. And then we all come about solving nothing, and the problem just sits there for us to do thoughts and prayers, talk about gun control, and then wait for the next one. So quite frankly, may this sick fuck rest in absolute piss, and may the individuals they shot at, whether if they are dead or alive, rest in absolute peace or heal from the traumatic events of being the victim of a school shooter. And to the people who survived, I hope they are able to move forward after a traumatic event like that. And for everybody who's creating their hot takes about what we can do to punish a certain group of people about this, fuck you, because the issue's still not going away with your random hot takes on social media. I understand the need to be so performative. I understand the need to want to be the first person to give their opinion about said subject matter, but this manifesto don't really prove shit. This just proves what I know, is that psychopaths latch on to certain things that people say. And mind you, this manifesto could be complete bullshit. I looked through the whole thing and it's the ramblings of a madman. It's the ramblings of somebody who I wouldn't take seriously in any capacity. It's a sick fuck who deserves nothing but Satan rubbing on his shoulder. And that is the fortune that we have been blessed with. That this dude, not even alive, to waste our time, waste our taxpayer dollars, waste a jail cell. Just rotten hell, you piece of shit. And that's all you necessarily worth for. And to the rest of you, I would love to know what you think about manic school shooter being inspired by all these different people on social media. Should we burn them at the stake? No, because they're just giving their opinions. They're making videos. Whether if you like any of these people or not, don't really matter, because they still have a right to get online and speak all the dumb, weird shit they say, no matter if you agree with it or not. And again, just because I saw Nick Fuentes' name, don't show up to their houses. Don't commit acts of violence. You're not saving the world. You're fucking yourself over, and you're giving me an excuse to laugh at you. But like I said, may this sick fuck rest in absolute piss. Subscribe to the channel. I'll see you all in the next one. Mwah. Goodbye. Y'all like how I just do this shit at random? Y'all like how I just do this shit at random? Bro, the whole manifesto weird. The whole manifesto is just inward, inward, inward. Like I want to put it on the screen, but I really can't. Like I dead ass. You know what? Should I risk it? I'm gonna risk it for a split second. Who? I told you, a split second. Who? I can't do it. The manifesto is just a Modern Warfare 2 lobby. Like dead ass. It is just a fucking Modern Warfare 2. I want to read. Fuck it. I'm gonna read from it. My name is Doc. I'm not putting it on the screen. You can easily find this. Just type in school shooting, Nashville, Tennessee. You're gonna find it. My name is Dr. Matthew Cobson Harris Floyd Jr., an African born in 2007 to a middle-class family of black Israelites. My ancestors were enslaved about 25 miles from where I fled from grad school to the north to avoid racism. They fled the same path from Oxford, North Argatha to New England after slavery. Duke was the most key motherfucker I've ever experienced, and even within the philosophy department I encountered. Racist shit that should not have been tolerated in this century. The cracker advisor will let hard R, N-word, starve if he notices N-word hard R is looking at Ukrainian blonde bitch too closely. The ghost of Emmett Till knows what the fuck I'm talking about. 244, I probably shouldn't read that. That's an address. N-word cell. The West has fallen. The West has fallen. Billions must die. Billion must die. Accelerate, accelerate, accelerate. This is where I realized. This is weird. I don't even think I can say this. I don't even think I can say anything I'm looking at. I literally don't think I can say anything I'm looking at. Like anything I'm looking at on the screen right now, I don't even think I can say. There's the slur for Jews on the screen. There's a eradication of lesser beings on the, like, I can't put any of this on the screen. I can't put any of this on the screen, bro. I dead ass can't put none of this on the screen, bro. Like none of it. Like it's not even funny how I can't put none of this on the screen. Oh, I don't know if any of you care. You usually don't. You usually don't care about me. I got new headphones. I got new headphones. I hate how much I laugh thinking of the manifesto saying the N-word hard R. Do they have lights? No. You're so fucking clear. I knew you were attracted to me, but save that. Bitch, you streamed Poppy's Playtime and I missed it. You streamed that and I missed it. Like, because I woke up and I saw you streaming, but I was like too groggy to actually do something. And then I woke back up and you was done. You played Poppy's Playtime without me. We ain't friends no more. I knew I couldn't. I know you said you were going to, but I didn't know when. You didn't say when. You just said you were going to. Oh, and by the way, ladies and gentlemen, well, I'm saying it anyway. If you want to see me suffer, through a horror game, Poppy's Playtime Chapter 4 comes out next Thursday. And I'm going to be live streaming that. I'm going to make sure I got videos lined up. That way, I'm not doing shit. I'm not doing shit but playing that. And it ain't going to be no days doing a stream. I'm not even supposed to be streaming on Thursdays. I'm not even supposed to be streaming on Thursdays. That's my break day. But you know, I'm going to be there on Thursday. So, you know, if you fuck with your boy, if you fuck with your boy, if you want to see your boy suffer, that's what I'm gonna be doing on next Thursday. Not tomorrow, but next week. I'm excited because I think the trailer gonna drop either tomorrow or Friday. Either or, I'm gonna be excited, but I really think it just might be Friday. Are you going to scream as much as last time? The new soundboard scared? Oh, speaking of soundboards, I do have a new alert. Would you all like to hear it? Would you all like to hear my new membership alert? I know you do. I know you do. Give me a second. Give me a second. I'd prefer not to see you suffer. Too bad. When I play a scary game, the world likes to see me suffer. Hold on, let me get it. I think it's here.
I haven't seen this one before. What am I reading? My foreskin is so cute. What the fuck?
Did you hear that? Did it come across double? If it came across double, that's because I went into Stream Elements and got it. Needs more reverb? That's fine. I can accept that. I can accept that. You find the funniest shit? I was literally watching Chris The Narc talk about Boblax because I wanted to see if this fucker was going to admit that he sent that shit unprompted to me, the victim, and he didn't. And this motherfucker just said that, and I'm like, that is too funny for me. Matter of fact, so funny, I want to hear it again.
I haven't seen this one before. What am I reading? My foreskin is so cute. What the fuck?
Chris does not know that I did this. Chris knows that I have him as like a new alert. If he's not here, he doesn't know what this is. If he's not here, he doesn't know what this is. And I'm so happy about that. Yeah, that's Chris. That's Chris The Narc. Yes. That's Chris The Narc. Yes, you are correct. That is little old Christopher The Narc. Christopher The Narc is a part of my soundboard. If you'll allow me just a brief moment, I'm turning this into a video that I could just throw up right now. And then when I'm done streaming, I could edit all this other shit that I have because I'm not done. I need a picture of the motherfucker. I need the picture of the gross looking motherfucker because he's so gross. Don't you believe? Bop. And take that. I need that picture. I need that picture of that ugly mother. This is the ugliest school shooter ever. Like, I don't mean to be that guy. This gotta be the ugliest school shooter ever, bro. This gotta be the ugliest school shooter. Like, I don't mean to bully, but he's dead anyway, so fuck him. That's an ugly motherfucker, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. That's one ugly motherfucker. Why did you switch accounts? Tries, why did you switch accounts? Like, for what? What was the purpose? I mean, cool, because that's another first-time chat notification, but do you think Boblax gets his back? Boblax? Oh, God. That's a struggle to say out loud. Mod me? Sure. Even though you threatened to unmod me for some reason. I felt threatened. I felt threatened by your ability to not want to mod me or unmod me. I thought we were friends. I thought we were better than this. We're supposed to be above this type of shit. Also, just for, do y'all want to see something? Do y'all want to see the gumbo? I'm going to show it to you anyway, so you might as well just say yes, you fucking victims. Don't you ever say no to me when I ask you if I want to share my life with you fucking people. I have no friends. I have no one who cares. I fucking venture the world like the rabbit I truly am. I venture the continent like the warrior beacon that I truly am. And I just fucking exist. I exist in this world. You know what? I'm not gonna show you the gumbo. Fuck you. You're gonna see it tomorrow. Because when I'm done here, I'm just gonna fucking edit a bunch of shit that I just had for about at least a week. Because I'm really cucking y'all on content. At least I'm cucking y'all on the cooking aspect, not really much else. You okay, Leon? Kind of horny. But that's a problem for myself, not really any of you. I don't know what gumbo even is. Whoa, buddy. Whoa, buddy. What do you mean you don't know what gumbo is? What do you mean you don't know what gumbo is? I ate a bitch up the other day. A bitch was talking shit to me. And I was like, buddy, my eyelash is longer than yours, and they're real, and my ass is fatter, so you might want to calm down if I send you to the gulag. Because one thing for certain, two things for sure with little old Leon, he's a petty motherfucker. Leon's a petty fuck. All right, stop distracting me while I you could have... Okay. I just need to get to a part where I could fucking... I've had a crawfish. So how the fuck have you had a crawfish boil, but you've never heard of gumbo? That's how I know you didn't have a crawfish boil. That's how I know you had some bullshit. You had some bullshit. We have ourselves a school shoot. Okay, I don't need y'all to hear like double me, so. But how are you guys doing? Before I fucking rip into this other shit, because I'm not done. I'm not done. Like I wanna fucking make my content first. I want to just record all this shit first, and then I might not. Or I will. I might do it for the next one, and then I'll just get right into the fuckery. Are you all well? Are you all feeling good? I'm breathing. Leon calling himself that. Hey, bro, I'm a pretty bitch. Just because you lack self-confidence don't mean shit to me. Just because you ain't got confidence in yourself. Had to walk through the snow aftermath in Louisiana? No. I did see motherfuckers fucking ice skating on canal. Be prepared for a hurricane. I just want y'all to know that. If you in New Orleans and you was seeing all that shit and you was happy about that shit, get ready for a hurricane, bro. Just get ready for it. What did I miss? Well, I hate when you motherfuckers say, what did I miss? Shit, nigga, the stream started 30 minutes ago. Damn. But you right to say that, because so much shit going on my own streams, bro. It's just, it ain't even fair. It ain't even fair, bro. It ain't even sometimes fair to even like criticize you for asking me that shit, because so much dumb shit could go on. It ain't even fair. My bad, bro. My bad, bro. I'm sorry for getting on you like that. I'm supposed to turn over a new leaf, but fuck, you just so stupid. And I don't even know. Is this the real nigga? I'm not worried about that. Man, okay, you. Okay, I got him. I got the picture that would make it so fucking good. Who's texting me and why? What did I miss? Hannah, you just fucking sit silently. That's what you fucking do. Listen, motherfuckers, don't y'all start. Don't y'all start with that motherfucking what did I miss you? Y'all see, you know what? Not worried about y'all. Not about to let y'all get to me. Not about to let y'all get to me. Not about to let y'all get to me. That's all y'all fucking do is get to me, bro. That's all y'all fucking do is get to me, and y'all make my day worse. Y'all make me feel bad. You motherfuckers victimize me. You hate my skin color. You hate me as a person. If only I had bothered to vote Would I have been saved? Would everything have been kosher for me? Would I have been accepted by the whites? Oh, I could have sold slaves. Like, I had it in my... I just got it in my mind. Like, if it was up to me, yeah, a couple of y'all would have been gone for my own safety. I ain't gonna lie to myself. I ain't gonna lie to myself. I ain't gonna lie to nothing about myself, bro. I can't lie to nothing about myself. And put that there. God, my apologies for seeming so out of it at the moment. I'm just fucking putting all this shit together. Who the fuck is texting me? Enough. Every time I look down at my phone, I see green, and it's just like, I don't like. It ain't no buns, so it's like, why even have a phone? You know what's crazy? Some motherfucker, as a white, I'll accept you. You're like a British white, so it's like, step aside. Move over there. Like, step the fuck over there. My viewership meant that much? No. Oh, one day, something's got to give one day, but it won't be this day. And then that, and then bam, and that should be it. And then I can export. Oh God, so much in my ear. I'm sorry. I'm no longer gonna cuck you all out of content in like the next 30 seconds. I'm so sorry. Leon gets potato salad pass? Not at all. I accept you, Leon. I hate coleslaw, so I'm not too white. But I do love coleslaw, so it's like, you can go with the British woman over there. Like, over there, you see over there, you go over there. See, what I saw was a manifesto with some weird questionnaire where he was asking something. Yep. Where's my gumbo, motherfucker? Oh, thanks for reminding me, Chris. Because part of me trying to figure out who the fuck you think you are. So let me just do something real quick. And I want you to see me do it. I want you to see me do it. Chris, for some motherfucking reason, Chris watched me tweet about gumbo. And this motherfucker decides to not like my tweet, not retweet my tweet, but he fucking runs to my motherfucking Discord where he sent me them fucking Bo Blacks nudes. And this motherfucker's like, Leon, you N-word? He called me the N-word. Reparations, Al Sharpton, somebody. And he was like, make me gumbo now. And he cracked the whip on me. I'm like, first of all, you ain't even had the balls to like my tweet. I said, when I'm done, gonna block you. Glad you reminded me. Glad you reminded me. Without you reminding me, I wouldn't have known, bro. Without you reminding me, I wouldn't have known. Fuck you. Fuck you, you heard? Why did you go? Yeah. Oh, Chris, you want to hear the sound? Do you want to hear the sound, Chris? Do you want to hear the sound? This is Trump's America. See, I followed you back. You saying that? Don't worry about it, bro. Guy hit that block again. It was supposed. You have to listen. Don't worry about it, bro. Don't worry about it, bro. You go right. A matter of fact, I'm filing a police report on you. You think that bitch who filed a police report on Destiny down bad? Fuck. You next, motherfucker. You sent me a fucking transgender nudes without my fucking consent. I got that shit without my motherfucking consent. You on thin ice, buddy. You're on thin ice, bud. I'm gonna make sure that I retweet a bunch of shit. I'm gonna retweet a bunch of shit. The next time you fucking stream, you can't even go on Twitter. Buku porn gonna be on you. It's like every time one of y'all get called out for shit, y'all just start retweeting porn to fuck up everybody else. Y'all niggas need God. Y'all niggas need God, Satan, all of them to just one big orgy. Just one big cutesy wootsy pootsy footsy. Just one big cutesy wootsy poot. That's a tactic, bro. Could be. I'm not gonna upload this today. Fuck it. I thought I was, but might as well just fucking roll the dice. Matter of fact, nah. I'm not uploading this today. I thought I was, but tonight's gonna be nothing but an editing night. Who fucking Ray? All right. Back to business. White people make shooters too, to answer your question, Leon. Oh, this one was black, so y'all finally got one. After like every school shooter being white for fuck knows how long, but motherfuckers tried to paintbrush it with, oh, well, they're trans, so they're a leftist. That don't make that better. That just means white people are unsafe everywhere. Y'all finally got y'all a black one. And I'm surprised nobody talking about it. Color me shocked. Color me intrigued. Not even the quartering. And the quartering is always the first to fuck around with some shit like this. Hold on, let me check. See if there's any certain perspectives out there that could... I gotta stop doing that shit. Niggas gonna start actually think I hate a bunch of people, bro. Motherfuckers gonna actually start thinking I hate people. It's not like I hate people. I just hate hearing people. Like, does that make more sense? Like, I truly hate hearing people. Like, because when I hear people, I just get annoyed that their brains are even speaking to my well-being. And quite frankly, it just hurts my soul. Unfortunately, I am black, but... Quartering dropped a vid about a half an hour ago. Don't you lie to me. I'll stop everything I'm doing. Don't you lie to me. You know we gotta do it for the plot.
Well, it happened again. As of right now.
Trump's America, baby. Say it. Welcome to Trump's America. Y'all pinned every other thing on Biden. This is Trump's America. Nah, boys.
We have some interesting information coming out of the Nashville area about a young man who, went into...
You can hear it now, so don't you start.
Did what unfortunately happens far too much.
White person alert? Oh, yeah. White person alert? Yeah, I forgot. White man alert.
We have a mental health crisis in this country. There is no denying that. And for whatever reason, our youth these days seem to think that this is the way to deal with it.
Why are you tackling this way different? You can't find that this is a transgender, so it's like, oh, we can't use it's the trans hate, it's the left hate. I mean, it is the beginning of the video, so.
And for some reason, we already have the purported writings of this individual. And
say what they are. Say what they are. Say what they are. It's a sycophant. It's a sycophant.
And they are blaming YouTubers like Candace Owens and Mr. Beast and iDubbbz. Now, I happen to think blaming these individuals is a...
All you really can conclude is the kids just aren't okay. Oh, they're fucking psychopaths, and they deserve nothing but the gulag.
Meme. This person seems to be like a chanter, all sorts of...
A what? What are these fucking... Just call them what they are. Psychopaths. Fuck all the... Oh, they're a tweener. Oh, they're a femcel. They're a psychopath.
Stuff. He actually put together an FAQ for doing what he did. Now, some of the stuff...
The fuck does Mr. Beast have to do with it? He named him along with like 5 other YouTubers.
I can't show it on screen because YouTube will like read the text, but I'll tell you what it says. So we're going to things you've never seen before. He writes thoughts on European. It's just like,
why are you struggling to read?
A bunch of N-words being disparaging about them. Then this individual wrote, were there any particular groups or people that radicalized you the most?
I want to hear this. I didn't watch this. As you all know, I just found out about this. If this motherfucker reads these names and talks about how, like, a motherfucker like Hassan is like bad and always says a bunch of shit, but Candace is free and clear, I'm gonna have a problem.
Which he allegedly wrote, Candace Owens, Ethan Ralph, Nick, Mr. Fuentes, Turkey Tom, Ruben Sim, I don't know who that is, Mr. Beast, Cobson Talks, I don't know who that is, Wayne Lambright, I don't know who that is, iDubbbz, Destiny, and Hassan Piker. So essentially, he picked people on the left and on the right, and also said Mr. Beast for whatever reason. I don't have any reason to believe that these individual YouTubers were, had anything to do with it.
Thank God. The Leon pill is spreading. Oh.
Were you taught this kind of behavior by video games, music?
A quarter video on regular speed. I'm so sorry. Today's been going by so fast, I thought I already had it on. My bad.
Literature or cinema? Yes. Following music incel taught me to want to do this. Kanye West. I'm playing games like CSGO, Manhunt, Cry Out of Fear, Postal Doom, Skylanders, Mega Chud, I don't even know what that is, have mentally prepared me for all of this. That's what he wrote in his document. So, of course, the mainstream media is, going berserk, saying, well, here's the, the individual... the mainstream is like, oh, right-wing YouTubers, even though they mentioned iDubbbz and Mr. Beast, as well as 2 of the farthest left-wing streamers. This is literal, like, unhinged, schizoid stuff. He also wrote, Death to the Current State of the West. This book is dedicated to accelerationism and aggression by N-words for victory. All sorts of just complete unhinged stuff. He put, it's the culture, it's the culture, it's the culture. So he apparently, like, he was a black man, and he had written...
Apparently? Nigga, that's fact. He was a nigga, and he shot up a school.
All sorts of, like, anti-black and anti-Jew stuff. Again, I don't know. Billions must pass away, accelerate. I
don't like his energy here. I feel like his energy would be more bombastic if it was a trans person, because if it was a trans person, this motherfucker would be like, well, now that trans people don't exist, we have to figure out that if that's the reason someone decided to shoot up a school, which, wild as fuck that I could just come up with a quartering video just like that, but the year's still young. Eventually, somebody gonna do something, and that's gonna be a talking point.
I don't really know. He blames YouTubers. Of course, people are going on to YouTubers. This is the now I go this individual person. I guess he was.
Bro, is that him? Because I got a completely different fucking picture. I got a completely different fucking picture of this motherfucker. Wait a minute. Wait. Look at that normal-esque, considering he's a school shooter. That's a normal-esque picture of this motherfucker. Look at what the fuck I got. I got this fucking dweeb. Buddy looked like his name Clarence. My God. Well, I need a new picture. Old picture. That's true. That could also be the case.
17 at the time. He streamed this event on Kick. That's what we know. We know is one young girl did not survive.
Kick got to do something. Kick got to start changing shit up. Kick got to start changing shit up. That'll be the shit. Because I think this is not the... Let me not say that people are recording their school shootings on Kick. This is the second time I've seen some shit a motherfucker not supposed to be doing, and they doing it on Kick. The first time was a motherfucker like driving while recording. Kick got to start changing their fucking policy or getting a little bit stricter with their shit. Because a motherfucker doing that shouldn't even have too long of a fucking clip to be having on social media. Like, I'm just sorry. It's not supposed to be like that at all. Only the second time?
As well as one other person was injured, and then this individual did not.
Maybe they're willing to let it stay up, so as the evidence is just there. That's a horrible way to look at that.
Did not. How do I say? Did not. I'm sorry. He self-deleted. He took out some girl, and then someone else got injured. We don't know right now if there's more behind.
Bro, who told y'all can't say suicide or killed himself?
We do know that like almost nobody's covering it for obvious reasons. There's
What are the obvious? No. Fuck that. What are the obvious reasons? I want to know the obvious reasons why motherfuckers aren't covering it. I want to know the obvious reasons. What? Me in all good conscience, what are the obvious reasons motherfuckers aren't covering it? Because we have a problem. Because we have a blatant lie. What I'm gonna need motherfuckers to stop doing, because I've done this shit, is parading around this lie like no one's covering it. Twitter is not the only place for fucking news. I need y'all to know that. Like, I need y'all to know that. I need y'all watching this to know that. Just because you not seeing motherfuckers talk about it on Twitter don't mean that shit not being discussed. All fucking day, this shit ain't been discussed by the motherfuckers who was ready to start talking about anything being trans violence. But they conveniently ignored that those trans school shooters were mainly all white, with the exception of like 2. Nor have they brought up how they falsely accused a random transgender of a school shooting. This shit is being talked about. All your mainstream pundits, especially the ones on the left, I'm seeing a CNN, I'm seeing a CBS. Oh, look, I'm seeing NBC, the New York Times, the BB fucking C. The big black cock news. Who convinced y'all that, like, in certain aspects, motherfuckers don't talk about it as much as you would want them to, but the shit gets talked about. Y'all gotta stop that. Y'all gotta stop that.
There was also something terrible happened today. I think it was in Germany. If we go to local news, 2 people passed away. 1 person stable. One of the persons that passed away is this kid. It happened in the cafeteria Wednesday morning. It's been identified as Solomon Henderson, who was a student at the school. According to Chief John Drake of the Metro Nashville PD, Henderson arrived to school on a bus and believed to have gone into the restroom. And that's what they're going to say. They're going to say, oh, he was known to the police. Officials said another male student sustained a graze wound to the arm but was in stable condition. Another male student was reportedly brought to them with a facial injury. Maybe he fell. There was a stampede or something like that. During the incident, when a press conference, he also said there was at least 1 prior incident involving this individual at the high school, but he specified he was unsure of the details. So what are we going to find out?
We are going to find out that, yeah, we had us an incident that almost ended deadly and violent, but we stopped it and we thought it was all resolved, and that's basically how our society works.
Find out that he was known. We're going to find out that he was known to the police. That's what they're going to say. They're going to say, oh, he was known to the police. One student told news that Henderson was a smart person, top of the class, and quiet to himself. She added that he also participated in the ROTC program at the high school. No additional details were released. I also have some other pages of the alleged document that I'm going to bring up here. I can't show it because it's crazy. It's just, I want to make sure that this video makes it far and wide so people know.
It's a psychopath.
So I have to play the stupid game. One day, perhaps I'll just...
What do you mean the stupid game? You mean following YouTube's rules? Much like you would have to do that on any platform, follow their rules?
Live on Rumble. Here are some other... It's called the N-Cell Manifesto. Was there a particular event or person you decided made you do this? Yes, I was born in the hellhole of LA What motivated you to getting my butt kicked by brown people and getting robbed by other Mexicans? So he was like, it's wild. Do you have any groups?
What about Skylanders? Skylanders was part of the reason he shot up a school, I guess, or motivated to do it.
Group on Reddit. Obviously, these are all just memes. Are you a white supremacist? No, I am a golden N. It wouldn't make sense for me. I can't be a white supremacist. What a dumb question. What motivated you to do this misanthropy, essentially meaning I don't care, you don't care about anything. What do you wish for? A better, cleaner world by eliminating all the undesirables, that we must aid the Aryans regardless of our race. Do you want to go after police? No, although modern police force only exist to serve the elite based.
It was Skylanders. I mean, yeah, Skylanders is known for anti-Jewish propaganda.
I will be forgotten quickly, which I do not mind in an unconventionally sense. Thoughts on your school life? School people haven't had original thought in the whole world. Everyone at my school, on both every side of the political aisle again, allegedly left an FAQ. It's wild. He's blaming all these people on both every side of the political aisle again.
The incel manifesto, aka I'm a fucking loser. See, he didn't mean it like incel. He meant it like nigga-cell. Because the title of the fucking manifesto, nigga with the hard R, cell. Like, yeah. Yeah. Not incel as dumbass podcaster who can't get pussy.
Candace Owens, Ethan Ralph, hilariously. No, this guy was a loser for doing what he did. If he really wanted to, escape what's going on in his life, then he should have done so and not taken other people with him. He himself.
Oh my God! Why can't I get this in more of your videos, bro? Why can't I get this? Why can't I get this quartering? What's going on? I just got here. Oh, regular school shooting stuff. Aren't you excited? Aren't you excited to know about that? Aren't you excited to know about a guy who shot up a school? Like, aren't you pleased? Aren't you pleased to know that a guy shot up the school? Aren't you? Aren't you just pleased by that? We all know that being a police officer is a very hard job, a job that is sometimes not full of thank yous and I appreciate your hard work, especially over these past recent years, because there's a lot of racial tension, there's a lot of abuses of power, there's a lot of false moments in time where individuals are falsely accused or put in binds and police officers are making mistakes or police officers are completely vindicated. But I think today we could all collectively agree somebody's about to get a lump sum of money in a lawsuit in the most hilarious but unfortunate way possible. Florida officer fired after she accidentally shot a driver with his own gun during a traffic stop. Officer Sean Lurie, terrible name, of the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office stopped driver Jason Arrington, somewhat decent name, for running a red light around 5:10 p.m. on December 13th, 2024, according to an internal affairs report shared by the Sheriff's Office. Officer Mindy Cardwell and Austin Wiebert assisted in the stop. Arrington, who police described as cooperative during the stop, informed Lowry that he had a legal firearm on his body. He complied with instructions to step out of the vehicle, police said on social media. Cardwell then went to remove the weapon, identified in the internal affairs report as a Glock 45 semi-automatic pistol, from a holster on Arrington's waistband. According to the internal affairs report, Cardwell put pressure on the trigger of the firearm, causing the weapon to fire a round into Arrington's leg. Arrington told investigators that Cardwell jerked the weapon several times, causing the discharge, according to the report. Cardwell told investigators that the holster was tight and would not come off Arrington's waistband and said she had been using her non-dominant hand to remove the weapon. Police released the body cam footage of the incident from all three officers. After the gun goes off, Lowry can be heard yelling, "Holy shit!" You know what? Let's watch it.
You're cool.
I'm chill. I ain't put a lot to
No, man. I appreciate your honesty.
I ain't got time to lie.
That's awesome. So you have concealed carry and all that good stuff? No, you don't. All right, you're not a convicted felon, right? Nothing.
I do everything, whatever.
Okay.
You
all right. So what we're gonna do is, just for my safety, your safety.
All right. Everything seems to be so far so good. No one's trying to flee the scene like everyone was somehow hoping for. Maybe, I don't know.
Have you step out? All right, fair enough. And we're just gonna remove the pistol from you.
Okay.
And then we're gonna run your license, make sure everything's good. And I'm gonna send you on your
Standard
way.
procedure going on here.
Yeah, just hang tight. Just do me a favor, lower that window. Hey, he's very compliant. He does have a pistol on him.
Oh.
So We're going to take him out from that side, remove the pistol, and we'll go from there.
All right. Okay. Everything's going so far so good.
Yeah. Yeah, you're good.
So far so kosher.
I appreciate it, man, being very honest. Oh, shit.
Fire that bitch. Man, no. Fire her. No. Man. No. Everything I just saw, no. Cause what do you mean? What? Why? What did I just watch? Hold on.
Yeah, you're good.
Go all the way back.
I appreciate it.
What is she doing right here? How do you even do that? You dumb. Oh no, he about to own the whole police department. He about to own the whole fucking police department, and I ain't even mad at him. After the gun goes off, Lowry can be heard yelling holy shit, and Weeper can be heard asking Arjun if he's okay. Weeper and Lowry instructed Cardwell to put the gun down, and the pair then radioed for help. Weeper can be seen helping Arjun over to the side of the road and began applying a tourniquet. Blood can be seen on Arjun's pants leg. Cardwell also helped provide first aid. Arjun was transported to an area hospital in stable condition. The Internal Affairs report said he told investigators that the injury had made it harder to do his job, which he said involved operating equipment like cranes and forklifts. An Internal Affairs investigation into Cardwell's behavior was launched. A charge of incompetence was filed against Cardwell, and she has been fired. Good, because ain't no way somebody who is an officer of the law, I do not care who you are, is supposed to be removing a gun. You're supposed to be removing the gun just to keep the peace in the situation. Let me correct how I'm forming this. You're supposed to remove the gun and make sure that all the tension is out of there. But how do you not know how to remove it from a holster to where you end up shooting, buddy? How? Like, why? How? You deserve to be fired. Cardwell had been working in an off-duty capacity under the office's Group Violence Intervention Initiative, according to the report. The initiative is meant to reduce crime while fostering relationships between law enforcement and the public. Well, boy fucking howdy, that ain't gonna work. The incident resulted in a new policy from the sheriff's office about how to deal with encounters where someone is legally armed, according to the Internal Affairs report. Now, officers should not seize a firearm if a person is lawfully carrying it. And you know what? Maybe, just maybe, that needs to be revisited at a later time, but given the circumstances of the right now, no fucking shit. You shouldn't be touching on somebody who's legally carrying. Now, how are you able to prove that they're legally carrying? You ask them for all the information that they're supposed to have on them in terms of potentially dealing with the police, and hopefully they have it on them so that they can prove, hey, this gun right here, I have it. It's mine and I legally acquired it. But for the love of fuck, I'ma need all that money that's just randomly all about in all these different areas to go into police funding on how to remove a fucking gun from the holster. Because what was that? That could have ended so bad to where you couldn't escape the amount of criticism that could fall upon that woman. That woman deserves to never be an officer of the law again. Like, never. You got all these moments in time where people are abusing their power, they're chasing somebody down who's running away, they're dealing with somebody who's hyped up on all a bunch of adrenaline or cocaine, and they're all in these tense situations, and they're all serious to think about. This is cut and dry. This bitch is stupid. That's all that is. That's all that was an example of. A bitch being stupid. And she could have, depending on how quick those officers were to helping that man out, led to that man dying from a loss of blood. And ain't no way under the sun could anybody possibly defend it. And I'm glad we all collectively have gathered around the campfire to say one simple thing. Fuck that bitch, and I'm glad she's been fired. Subscribe to the channel. I will see you all in the next one. Mwah. Goodbye. Y'all like how I do it? See, I just did it off the cuff and you wasn't even ready. Did you know that the male bee will die after it mates with the queen? They just honey nut. Fuck you. Shouldn't even laughed at that. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you. I shouldn't even laugh at that. You understand me? I shouldn't have laughed at that putrid ass fucking joke. That joke naturally upset me. But it was so good I just had to laugh. It was so good I just had to laugh. Worst case scenario, she killed an innocent man. Yeah. Can I pin that? Isn't there a... I can. I'm pinning this. Do you know what a wizard does for his wife on Valentine's? I don't think I want to know this one. I feel like this one's dirty. How come I can't see my fucking Twitch chat when I'm in this state? Elixir. Fuck you. 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 I can't stand you because these fucking jokes are funny. Why can't I see my shit? What the fuck? Do I have to make it bigger? No, because I can see the YouTube one. Well, that's a problem I'm going to have to figure out at some point. You could never see the Twitch chat? That's a blatant lie because if I go over here... Well, don't I just stand corrected? Wait. No, I'm still dumb. What the fuck? Where's my shit? Leon responded to me here. What are you talking about, motherfucker? Well... Leon despises us on Twitch? No, I don't. What the fuck? Don't worry about it. I'll be fixing this once the stream is over. Can I do one more? Can I do one more that we could talk about all this shit? Am I allowed to do one more? Do I have permission to do one more? I know you all want me to speak about your fucking freakazoid named Destiny, but I had so much in terms of whatever the fuck I had to do. It's time to rewind. What the fuck? Man, trash. I don't even need Pat Pete. I could use that Ben Powers card, though. I could definitely use that Ben Powers card. Rerun Volume 3 featuring... They might drop more. But I mean... If I look at my team, do I need these cards? Let me look at the lineup. I definitely don't need this motherfucker. I mean, I could use Gotta. But I know for sure I need a fucking new right guard. Yeah, the game's been on the whole time while I've been streaming, just so y'all know. I haven't opened any packs, so we haven't seen any of the gambling. But in due time, we will. In due time. Why not? Why? I'm still mad. Like, I can't see my fucking Twitch chat. It is bothering me. Can I see it when I do this? Is this Madden or college? I don't know. You look at it and tell me if this looks like Madden. I don't know. Maybe if you look at the bottom right corner, you see that college football 25. Does that let you know if it's Madden? Leon would go crazy if you were a Yu-Gi-Oh fan. No, I'm not really a Yu-Gi-Oh boy. Never really was a Yu-Gi-Oh fan. It's Pokemon or it's nothing, Brody. It's Pokemon or it's nothing. Pokemon's the God Squad, bro. It's the motherfucking God Squad. Let me grab my bifocals. I mean, it'd be the best way to deal with it, wouldn't it? What about the NYC man admits he stabbed to death in the Dakota video attack because of an attack as a prisoner? What? Are you into anime? I will completely stop giving a fuck about this entire stream. If you think Digimon is worth a damn, you deserve something horrible for yourself. Said mean thing to... Hey, I wasn't supposed to show that yet. That was supposed to be the last thing. You know what? Since you spoiled it, nah, I gotta go for it. You know what I love? Stupid people saying they did stupid things for the stupidest reasons under the sun. You know, because on this channel, we've seen too many examples of people wanting to do things or speaking about how they want to fight back against something, and their reasons are absolutely stupid. Well, think I found someone that takes the cake and wants to eat it too. Because recently, there was a guy who pushed another individual into like a subway track, and it was this big controversy, and I think now we finally discovered the reason why. And you know, we should all take a hard look at ourselves and rationalize that the words we say hurt, and who knows, maybe one day you'll be out and about, and you'll be ready to get on a train, and maybe someone will say something to you, and you might respond, and it might be a little bit too mean. And they respond not with, hey, you hurt my feelings, hey, that really made me feel bad, but by pushing you on a train because mean things were said by you to someone who ends up pushing you into a train track. A teen was busted Tuesday for allegedly shoving a man onto Brooklyn subway train tracks last month and told reporters he did it because the victim said mean things to him. Andrew Pacini, you know what? Fuck this. Look at this dork. Look at this dweeb. Look at this loser. Look at this freak. I've said several mean things to you so far, and quite frankly, you won't even have the opportunity to breathe next to me to respond because Leon is a paranoid individual and he does not like conversating with human beings in modern society. He was arrested around 7:20 a.m. and faces a second-degree murder rap in connection to the 11:40 a.m. December 7th attack on a 33-year-old man at the Atlantic Avenue Barclays Center station. Pacini was quick to explain his alleged burst of violence to assembled reporters and photographers as detectives walked him out of the NYPD's Transit District 34 headquarters and into an awaiting patrol car Tuesday afternoon. He said he was drunk and public intox. Basically, he pushed me. He said mean things to me before I arrived at the station. Everybody should be looking up that information right now about what happened before I pushed him. He said some things to me like he was going to beat my ass and that I was a little kid, added the bespectacled teen, I don't know big words, dressed in a gray jacket over a black t-shirt and sweatpants. Law enforcement sources say Pacini had a knife on him as he stood in the southbound DNN platform behind the victim. The older man whipped around and exchanged words with Pacini before walking away, but Pacini ran up behind him and shoved him, sources say. The victim managed to make it back up onto the platform with only minor injuries and refused medical attention at the scene. Meanwhile, Pacini managed to get away on foot. Now, I understand that you geeks and you bifocalers out there, you don't know how to handle your emotions. I understand that sometimes those things are very traumatic for you. But when you're in interactions with drunk people, the best thing you could do is just let them be drunk. Even when they're putting their hands on you, be aware that things shouldn't be getting to a point. You should defend yourself if a drunk person is, getting ready to square up with you. But if you end up walking away, or if the person making fun of you ends up walking away from you, and you're on camera chasing them down and pushing them onto a subway, buddy, you're going to have a hard time with a bunch of people trying to say, hey, you're the ultimate victim in this scenario. Pacini, who was picked up by the NYPD's warrant squad at his mother's house, was also charged with second-degree assault, first-degree reckless endangerment, second-degree menacing, third-degree assault, and fourth-degree criminal possession of a weapon in connection to the attack. He has a couple of prior arrests in the Big Apple, but they're sealed. Pacini wasn't the only alleged subway shover to strike last month, because I guess in New York City, you should just always be on the lookout for somebody who's got the itch to just put somebody into train tracks. Listen, life is but a dream. Life is but a dream. And I know that people say things, and it's very traumatic when they say these things. As someone who was bullied a lot in his school years, I can understand that words hurt. But boy, me responding by pushing somebody on the train tracks, especially when I know trains could or could not be coming, probably not the smartest thing for me to do. I lose a little bit of credibility in being the victim of drunken people bothering me when I return to the scene and just start acting like I'm Batman. And I get it. In your mind, you feel as though you're the good person, and people should be looking at all this information, and I'm certain with time, we'll see the interaction, and we'll see a drunken man putting his hands on you, and everyone's gonna see that you're the ultimate victim after you had separated, and you came back, and you pushed him onto train tracks. Yeah, I'm so certain that this is going to make more people sympathetic towards you. Absolutely. Sure, because that shit makes fucking sense. Listen, loser. Listen, bug-eyed, four-eyed motherfucker. You're a loser. And I'm saying that through the comfort of my own home, knowing that you can't find me because I'm always going to be on the move and hiding from the general public, because who do you think I am to want to fucking be around a bunch of beer chuggers who put ketchup in the refrigerator? No, thank you. It won't be anything of common society. But in the future, if someone says mean things to you, I think the best thing that you could possibly do is not push them on train tracks. Subscribe to the channel. I will see you all in the next one. Mwah. Goodbye. Are y'all ready to talk about porn yet? Why do they always go to their mom's house? I mean, look at them. Do they have anywhere to go? Do they have anywhere to go? There's no point in chasing a drunk guy. Yeah, there is no point. There's 0 point. Is this... I don't care about this, because that's still the fucking EA pack thing. I know what I said, but I lied. Also, that's it for my camera. I'm done. No more me. Now I can turn this light off. Chris sent me... No, I don't want to show this one yet. This one's not as fun. I want to show this one. This one's more fun. The autistic retards are fighting for some reason. They're fighting to prove that they're not losers, but I look at them both as losers. LMAO! You never quit drama either until you started accidentally defending Lolly and everyone stopped watching your shit. Now you're back to tweeting about drama after everyone got bored of clowning on you. Pathetic. This is why no one fucks with you anymore, Bolax. You and I have had civil conversations since your drama in private, and even though I think there's valid criticism to be had towards you, I actually spoke in support of you coming out as non-binary, and even refused to engage in the pile-on of you doing sex work. Every time some grants you even an ounce of goodwill, you found some way to fuck it up, and this is why going forward, you will forever be a lolcow. Now, Chris seems to think this is a tipster W. It is not. It is not. Because this is the same fat fuck who Trump is sending back across the border. That would do exactly what he's talking about. He would do the same thing. He would fucking get granted some ounce of respect and then fuck it up. This fucker is a waste. They're both waste. Who's worse? Fuck me for still being alive seeing this shit. I think there's more. Here. I don't want to know anything about that. Donald Trump has ordered that health agencies such as the FDA pause communications with the public until February. Why the fuck? Yeah, we're all gonna die. Also, Elon did a Hitler thing. Elon did that. Destiny has denied accusations that he deliberately... I mean, Destiny has denied... They're not defending this motherfucker. They stated that he's denied it, so that's his problem. We're all gonna... Yeah. Are they all gone? You can't play the "Are you mad, bro" card when you're the one who started this back and forth. Sure. It's two retards trying to prove to like the people who make fun of them on a different basis who's cooler and who's not. So look, I don't know. Can somebody fill me in on the porn? Did Destiny leak somebody's nudes? Destiny's like the weirdest built YouTuber I've ever seen, and that's saying a lot because I've seen a cripple be a YouTuber. This motherfucker like gets a weird amount of pussy and still fucked it up. This motherfucker got pussy and decided, hey, you know what I'm gonna do? Record it and spread it around. Like that's a good thing to do. Did I, and then we're still here. Did I unintentionally inspire everyone to use this excuse when they get into drama? I genuinely wanted to stop drama content and do other things I enjoyed, which you suck at. But every time one of these people find themselves into some shit, they play this card, Bo Black's Muta and now Destiny. Well, I guess it's the highlighted one. I've been trying to move on from covering drama. You stupid, unimportant fat fuck. You did not cultivate this. I'm sorry that you think you are as big as you are. You're fat, but you did not cultivate this. This excuse dates before you, where people look at the content they make and they say, oh, I don't like it. Oh, it's slop. Oh, it's a fucking issue. And they still do it. Case in point. Let me prove my fucking point right the fuck now. I'm sorry, keyboard. Did you not want to fucking register all the shit I just typed? We're going to try all of that again, buddy. Let me prove my fucking point right now. Oh my, I can't stand this motherfucker. He did it again. He fucking deleted his fucking presence again. Oh, but he's live. Oh, no, he's not. No, he's not. Oh, I thought he was live because the thing where this fucker deleted his shit again. So when he sits there and owns an autistic, that's like me beating up a handicapped person. It's easy. Who is he even? Some fat fuck who thinks he's way more important than what he is. Anyway, porn. So apparently, known leftist guy fighting the good fight who was completely embarrassed himself after fucking doing a stream during the election hoping Kamala would win, and that didn't work out, is now being sued for apparently sharing revenge porn. And you know what? I need to think about suing Chris, because I should not have to ever receive links of another grown man's porn accounts. I feel like that's just not fair to me, the African American. All right, I want to make a short post that goes over a few things regarding the sub and my positions. I didn't take any time to really format this or clean it up, but hopefully it gets my point across. The sub will, for the foreseeable future, be strictly politics and online means what it normally is about 85% of the time. I understand that people want to talk about Destiny, the leaks, the pending litigations, and all your feelings about them, but there's been so many posts just asking, what do we do now? As far as the subreddit is concerned, what we are going to do is have the subreddit be more focused on politics in a critical time for the U.S. as the Trump administration is underway. He also recorded people's sexual encounters with him without telling them. That's a mighty fine no dice for little old Leon. What is this? Another person spoke out against Destiny, accusing him for allegedly recording her without her consent. Destiny has me blocked and banned me and people supporting me from his community. I have not done anything besides ask him for an explanation, as I was assured that this was something he didn't do to me. When I wasn't given one privately, I spoke publicly. I am not involved in any lawsuit or coordinating with anyone seeking justice due to the leaks in November, though they have had my empathy and support in their efforts. It is only yesterday I became aware that Destiny had recorded me while we had sex without my consent, and, with no regard for me, also shared that recording to others. 2 women now have let me know that they have received sexual recordings taken of me in September of 2023 without my consent. I thank them so much for their concern for me. No amount of public humiliation will ever make me regret being made aware of what was done to me. I will be filing a police report and pressing charges. That's bad. That's bad. That's bad. No dice. No good. Yeah, there's a freak ass nigga. There's a freak. Biden pardons his whole family. That's good. Or bad, depending on who you're looking for. Update. Their relationship is compared to a father-daughter. Ew. Boogie breaks down after his young girlfriend left him. Boogie reunited with his child. Okay. The South is learning how to deal with the snow.
North, but down here.
Oh my God. We, and I know where this is. This is in New Orleans.
This is what you sprinkle right here.
This is in New Orleans. I know what neighborhood this is based off the house. Ah, no!
It gonna work. You got season the steps here.
I love my city. Whoa, I can't show that. I can't show that. I can't show that. I can't show any of that. I cannot show any of that. I cannot show any of that. Okay. Hello, fellow oh. Carl, you getting ready for the Gooner side, bro? The Gooner side coming soon, bro. Like, the Gooner side coming soon. Bad Bunny getting beat up. Everyone from the South was fucking having a good time. Right, bro, they was ice skating on Canal. The fuck? Of course they was having a good time. They didn't fucking care. Motherfuckers in New Orleans did not see snow. We haven't seen snow in New Orleans since 2009. What the hell is the Goonie side? It's not Gooner side. It's Gooner side, you fucking idiot. It's Gooner side. Y'all don't know? You don't know about the... Wait, Ahsoka, you don't know about the Gooner side? You don't know about the Gooner side, bro? Well, since Carl's in here, a Gooner side member, I'll give you the cliff notes. A grown man pulled up to a coffee shop drive-thru with his pants down. Thought he was gonna get like a high five and got chastised and left. And somewhere in between him leaving and that shit going viral, he killed himself. Oh, I'm sorry, self-deleted. I know about that. If you know about it, how the fuck do you not know that it's called the Gooner side? That's the only time I will allow any of you to use that fucking decrepit word. That is literally the only time I will let you all use that decrepit fucking word. Any other time, you are all fucking proprietors of child porn. I just want you all to be well aware of the gimmick that we're going on here. But I want to watch, and you know what happens when we watch things. I need to play a game, and I will not be playing college. I will never play college football again while streaming. It brings out the worst in me. But for the sake of object permanence, let us watch. Somebody told me this video is good, but it also sucks because I guess the gimmick, hold on. Did I get this right? I guess the gimmick with this video is the dude who made it recorded motherfuckers without their consent and tried to either put them in a bind of knowing about it so they can't pretend like they didn't know it was coming, or fucking it up in a way that he tries to make himself look good but doesn't, because he comes off as, hey, I just want to be viewed as a person who did good and not bad. Feel bad for his family that he died, that he had apparently. Oh yeah, he had a wife and kids. Buddy had a wife and kids and threw it all away just so Starbucks strippers could make him feel good. And if that ain't the beacon of embarrassment, I really don't know what is. Because you know what? In my head, I could be like, you know, bro, maybe you was like a weirdo looking for some interaction. But it's the fact that you was really a goon maestro. It's fucking terrible. And his own mother was trying to defend him. No defense is going to help, buddy. Like, I'm sorry. Like, nothing's helping him. He went to a fucking public area. He went to a establishment with his pants down and thought, fuck. Hey, he's smiling. The worst defense was the motherfucker was like, oh, he had mental issues. And I read that and I was like, mental health is such a fucking joke that y'all don't care about it in any serious aspect. But when a motherfucker do some shit that is beyond weird, that's when y'all throw out mental health as a fucking excuse. And then the bitch was on social media like, well, he had parents and no one was supervising him. So an entire family has this mentally ill grown adult who got married and had a kid disappear from all of their fucking eyesights. And he gets into a car And he drives a considerable distance to a coffee shop where the women are in booty shorts, bikinis, whatever it is, based on the weather and the time of the day. And he's just there with his pants down. When you tell me somebody's mentally ill to the point where they have to be monitored, I don't fully trust that they're supposed to be driving. So I don't buy that fucking lie.
In this video, I'm going to tell you a story about a man. It's a story that has been replicated over and over and over in government and show business.
Le Cafe Hooters. It was definitely called Bikini Bistro. Wait, no, it's not. It's called Bikini Bean, not Bikini Bistro. Let me not fucking create my own version of this shit before motherfuckers come at me talking about, Leon, why are you saying it like this?
Business boardrooms, restaurant franchises. This time, it's about a man with a small social media empire on YouTube. A man who uses his clout and his fame to lure mentally and financially vulnerable women from his community into sexual encounters which he records and then, without their consent, shares with others. It's about how that man developed such a stranglehold over his community that no one, no matter how disgusted they are, will dare call him out for this, even when it becomes public knowledge. And most importantly, this is a story about power, and of how normal human feelings can be contorted to serve a machine to make a man immune to the effects of the abuse he has inflicted on an astonishing number of people.
So dramatic to kick this off. What the fuck? Motherfucker said goon formers the last night. I ain't gonna lie, y'all been doing y'all big one with them fucking jokes though. I've been laughing my ass off. Not at the fact that the man died, but the fact that we as a society are just not serious about any fucking thing. And me and Carl was talking about this. Like, a man took his life and we just all making fun of him. It's just bad how we as a society just don't care about nothing. And we have been desensitized by a lot, and it's going to be difficult for us to ever recover from such a travesty.
Stephen Bonnell II, or as he's known online, Destiny, is a highly successful political streamer and content creator who has garnered infamy not just for public outbursts and controversial political positions, but also for an impressive number of public threats, sexual scandals, and even outright criminal actions. This recently culminated on November 29th of 2024, when an anonymous Discord and Kiwi Farms user going by the name Solo Leaks published a large repository of private messages and pornographic images and videos of Destiny with various men and women to Discord and Kiwi Farms, recordings that Destiny had shared to strangers without the consent of the people in them. It's important to note that this is not the first time that Destiny has been the subject of a large sexual scandal involving non-consensually leaked intimate material.
Excuse me? What do you mean? What? So this nigga known for doing this shit? What? How?
Way back in 2012, Destiny was caught up in a scandal involving a competitive StarCraft 2 player called Blue T, who had tweeted out a photo of his genitals.
Carl, what does it take for you to fucking record a bunch of women without their consent, bro? I know I shouldn't be asking you this because you're a well-mannered citizen, but I thought I'd ask because, you know what the deal is.
This was in retaliation for Destiny previously leaking nude images of her to his friends on Skype, wherein he laughed at how, quote-unquote, fucking hideous her face was compared to her, quote-unquote, beautiful body. In 2021, Destiny had a romantic entanglement with a YouTube streamer named Anna Voir. Anna would go on to become known for insisting, often tearfully, that she was actually in a long-term romantic relationship with Destiny, which Destiny denied, painting her as crazy to his audience. It was later revealed that in fact, while Destiny was insisting to his audience that Anna was insane, he was actually sexting her the entire time, and referring to her with terms such as princess in their conversations. Anna threatened to post these sexually charged texts to prove that she wasn't crazy and that this was all actually taking place. And in retaliation, Destiny threatened in public to leak her nude photos if she did so.
That's not a... Yeah, I'm having this back and forth with this bitch online. If you don't stop, I'm leaking your nudes. Excuse me? Like, excuse me? How? Who? Wait a minute. Who hears this shit and thinks, yeah, this is normal?
Like, if you and I had, like, sexted or something, or traded nudes, and you're like, I'm gonna leak your nudes, and I go, fuck you, you leak my nudes, I'm gonna leak your nudes. Is that, like, blackmail? Or is that, like, abusive? I disagree.
So do you think that leaking sexting and leaking nudes is proportional, or do you think it's a proportional response in the way that you're reacting to them?
I think it's about proportional. If you're leaking, like, sexual material and shit from another person, yeah, fuck it, I think it's proportional.
Destiny has also at least once admitted to accidentally sending homemade videos of him and his wife to people who his wife did not in advance approve of, in accordance with previous agreement that he wouldn't.
Me and Lee had a conversation about there were a few girls we talked to, was like, oh, cool, like, we should record videos of, like, us fucking shit and send it to people, like, it's fun. I kind of, like, have, like, my little archive of, like, Coomer material that I'll send to people if I want to. There were girls that I talked to past that I'd send stuff of, like, either me or Melina, and Melina talked to me and she was like, hey, if you're gonna send any videos to new girls we haven't talked.
So when was there a new Sonic movie in the making? Bro, they announced that they were doing that before Sonic 3 came out. Or we're gonna get our Sonic Amy Love. What are you talking about, bro?
Like, let me know that first, because she wanted to be careful. It was like, oh, okay, sure, that's fine. I didn't think about it at the time, so I didn't think about it. But for the first thing, like, okay, yeah, I should have, like, checked 100% with the but, like, this.
Other examples of threats and sexual misconduct made by Destiny are plentiful, but the general point is this. Destiny has a very bad history when it comes to sharing intimate material of people that he is sexually involved with without their consent, and of using the threat of their release to keep people in line. If this brings a certain Diddy to mind, you are not alone.
Oh, comparing this man to Diddy, I ain't gonna lie. I'll say yes if he got baby oil. If you got some, if we do a raid on Destiny's house and we find nothing but baby oil, you gotta call him Diddy Destiny.
Like with Diddy, when people speak out about Destiny's misconduct, the responses vary from silence to dismissal to outright threats of exposing their intimate information and media. Unlike with Diddy, these aren't just allegations. We have the receipts. In 2023, Destiny's wife Melina publicly separated from him. In response, Destiny went on stream and indicated multiple times that he was confident that Melina would not leak any unsavory details about the relationship to the public because he too had compromising information on her and logs that would seriously harm Melina's reputation if they were revealed. Whereas,
I don't know. Maybe I'm just too fucking normal about shit. But as some, like, I've fucked up relationships. I've embarrassed myself. Did I record anybody's nudes? No. But what the fuck, bro? Like, this is not normal. None of this shit is normal. And if this shit was known by anybody, fuck all the people who knew about this shit. Hey, y'all just stood there waiting for content. Why are we waiting for fucking content? Why is it that people like pretending they're these beacons of, oh, I'm so welcoming, and y'all just hide shit for content's sake? Like, fuck, bruh. That weird, ugly looking motherfucker, what's his name? Xander Hall? I think somebody get Chris. Chris was fucking telling me that this motherfucker had all that information on Kevin's first, and he got bullied into not releasing it. Like, what? Like, I'm sorry, and I hate the fact that I'm bringing her up in this because she hasn't done this, and it's like, I feel bad because I feel like one of y'all gonna snitch, and I'm gonna get a random phone call later talking about, did you say that I'm... But if I found out Gothix was like a serial murderer, and she had murdered like 15 little girls and was getting away with it, and I found out, fuck views, I'm letting that shit be known to the public. Now, is she? No! But if I were to find that out, I'm not waiting for no critical information. Like, what the fuck? Gooner Ball Z is crazy when you really boil that down.
Since his reputation around relationships was already so low, he would be effectively immune to the consequences.
Why do you think that she isn't going to leak or talk shit? Melina will not leak or talk shit about any of this because she knows that everything about this makes her look like a f***ing satanic demon. She knows that. She's threatened it a million times. Like, I'm going to start leaking everything. Oh, yeah, let's go. Okay, if you really want to, holy f***. Because my reputation is already zero in regards to our relationship. Everything's a horrible piece of shit. We want to start leaking shit. We can do it.
Fast forward to November 2024.
I don't think anyone should be prideful that they suck at relationships to the point where, oh, if you leak something about me, I can leak something about you, and that makes it all better. No, that makes everybody there just like terrible people. This doesn't make this shit normal. This makes this shit suspect. And honestly, makes me feel naked.
To the solo leaks, it has come to light that Destiny has been sharing intimate private messages, nude images, and pornographic videos with a 19-year-old OnlyFans creator called Rose, who he was sexually interested in at the time.
I'm sorry. Excuse me. Why are we sending any messages to 19-year-olds? Like, why? Like, all of there's no like leniency towards this. Like, there's no technicality here. Bro, recording fucking without consent and then sharing that shit around. Motherfucker's a weirdo. That shit creepy. Cause you could just be cool. You think you cooling with a motherfucker, get some sexual joy out of them, and they fucking sharing your shit around. That shit ain't cool. Gooner x Gooner is some wild shit. I wish y'all could see the Twitch chat so that we could all just look at Carl with a raised eyebrow, because it's like Gooner x Gooner is crazy. Especially since I've never fucking seen Hunter x Hunter. Is 19 not an adult? I never said that that's a child. I just said why. Listen. Just because shit legal don't mean it's illegal to say some shit seems weird to me. Not weird enough to where you're going to go to jail, but weird enough where I could be like, you know what? Part of this conversation just irritates me. It just fucking irritates me. Why is it weird? Because I don't like thinking of motherfuckers who are in the age where that starts with 3 dealing with anything where the age ends with teenager or teen. Like, yes, based on American society and standards, that is a grown adult. I as a 25-year-old will never carry conversation romantically, sexually, or even in a friendship manner with anybody who has an age that ends in teen. Or if you have 1 digit as your fucking age. The only way that's working is if your family, and I need to course correct that because I need to add, I'm not having romantic sexual conversations with family. The only way I will speak to you if you are any of these ages is if you're family. And I mean actual blood related, not distant cut, none of that shit. I went home for Thanksgiving, did not speak to them motherfuckers who, oh, that's your little cousin, knowing full well I'm not related to these white people by any metric. Not happening. Kind of demonizing or belittling of a woman, right? Don't care. You could try that safe haven shit with somebody who could be penciled into a corner. Don't care. Not doing it. You can feel belittled, and I will tell you, deal with it.
Rose leaked these to a Discord and Kiwi Farms user called Solo Leaks, who may for all we know be Rose herself, who then published them to Discord and to Kiwi Farms. These leaks included intimate, romantic, and
I'm not reading what you said, Ada. What you said is absolutely outlandishly
sexual
insane.
DMs between Destiny and Lauren Southern, who Destiny had long denied being romantically involved with, while she became increasingly present in
Nigga said Goon Rangers. It's like, y'all can't see the Twitch chat, and it's infuriating me, because y'all all doing the same shit. Y'all listing off anime and putting the word goon in it. And I'm mad because some of this is shit I watch. Fuck y'all.
in his public personal life and on stream, despite being publicly at odds with each other politically on the surface. Destiny even once described her activism as involving, quote-unquote...
I don't understand the point then. You do. You just don't agree with it, which is also fine. I can't make you agree with my point. No matter how much I explain it, you won't agree with it. And that's fine. That's life. I suggest we all just start scratching backs.
Drowning refugees. These DMs revealed, in fact, Destiny and Lauren Southern had been mutually declaring their love and admiration for each other, including expressing intentions to separate from their respective partners to marry each other. All of this was happening behind the scenes, despite Destiny publicly claiming to his audience that he and Lauren were not involved, and while he was publicly accusing his wife Melina of lying and of being controlling privately when she would express displeasure about the relationship and when she requested that Destiny stop associating with Southern. In addition to these leaks, which not only severely compromised Lauren Southern's career and personal life, but also established that Destiny was lying when he accused his wife of being delusional and controlling about the affair, Solo Leaks also published a massive dump of revenge pornography, which featured various sexual encounters with numerous men and women that Destiny had recorded and sent to Rose as part of their flirtations, which incidentally include references to how he recorded other people not included in the dump, including a recording of a sexual encounter with someone he met on the gay dating app Grindr with no mention of having alerted this person to the fact that they were being recorded.
Black Lagoon. Bro, if y'all name one more fucking anime I'll watch, bro. Please stop. Y'all ruining my shit, bro. And I don't approve nor appreciate. I didn't consent to any of this shit. Stop.
Note, it is a felony to record sex acts without consent in the state of Florida. So to recap, Destiny, who has a long history of threatening associates, friends, and family with public humiliation and exposure through releasing revenge pornography and intimate messages, actually did leak a tremendous quantity of compromising, sexually humiliating messages, images, and videos featuring other people to at least one person without their consent. These were then publicly leaked, and the reaction has been total silence. Nothing.
Well, I wonder why that is. Well, maybe it could be because a bunch of you motherfuckers are like a safe haven for motherfuckers to just sit quietly. You've somehow been convinced that you could be guilt-tripped into not saying that a motherfucker is weird. The weird fixations about how motherfuckers, oh my God, I'm being targeted online, while motherfuckers cape for motherfuckers who do this shit until it becomes the public eye. Then we could do streams on the shit. If this shit was known about, motherfuckers should have just said, hey, this motherfucker's doing this weird clown fuckery shit, and that should have been the end of it. Was motherfuckers worried that, oh, he'll come after me? This motherfucker is over a computer screen. He's not gonna come knock on your door and be like, what? Am I insane? Like, I know I'm like, I know I'm weird, but like, am I insane? Like, if you could back this shit up.
In Springfield, they're eating the dogs.
Yeah, like, if you could back this shit up, why the fuck? And if this motherfucker was on now I don't watch a lot of Destiny. I ain't gonna fucking lie to you. This motherfucker admitted, like, oh, well, she can't leak some shit because I'm gonna leak some shit. That don't make that better. That make y'all both weird. What the fuck? Also, Link, appreciate the $1.99. Ignon, appreciate the $1.99. Ignon again, appreciate the $4.99. I saw all these and ignored them because I was recording while you fuckers were bothering me. But I thank you for these. You're all wonderful people, inside and out. Remember that as you bleed out the one day you decide to no longer be on the earth. But this is weird. And in all good and bad conscience, no way is a motherfucker just supposed to be... All right. I know I'm not crazy, but hear me out. Does anyone think it's normal that a guy just had other people's nudes on standby to where if motherfuckers just like got out of line, he just drop them or start spreading them around? That shit is weird. That shit don't correlate with like human thought. That just make me go, buddy, you're weird. Of his wife? No, of other people. This motherfucker was recording fucking other people without consent. Why do we? I know why. It's because motherfuckers are weird. Like I gotta remember that. I gotta stop rationalizing. Oh, why could anyone do that? Motherfuckers are weird. Motherfuckers are weird. Like that's really the only way I could look at this shit.
Historically, Destiny has always been boldly willing to threaten leaking private, intimate material such as during his separation from his wife, or to expose nude images to retaliate against women he was slandering. Like,
who else did he have? I think some girl named Pixie and another one named Cherry. If there's more, somebody like Chris will probably be like, Leon, he has more, because for some reason Chris has access to knowing this information.
Anna, or even just for the sheer pleasure of it, as in the case of Blue Tea mentioned earlier, where the only purpose was revenge. This time, however, somehow, there is nothing. Not by Destiny, nor by anybody else. No streams, no video exposés, no tweets by any notable figures denouncing what is an obvious massive breach in ethics and consent.
This is where you might lose me, because it's clear as day. Like, I get what you're probably trying to do. More people should be speaking about this. The people close to him should be speaking about this. Even people who have like done like streams and being buddy with him should be speaking about this. Like, I get that. But when you turn it this way, you're inviting that conversation for people to just be petty and just be like, oh, fuck. Oh, now I'll cover it. So now I've covered it and now the issue's over. Now you could focus back on this. And it's like, I semi-get the shit, because motherfuckers who end up being close with motherfuckers don't have no balls to be like, all right, this fucker did this weird shit, until it hits enough of a fan to where it's like, oh, I could make content out of this. And if that's the gimmick for some motherfuckers, then I can't take anything they say serious, because I know they're just like a chopped motherfucker who won't do anything based off of like being honest or credible. They'll do it just based off of, fuck it, maybe I'll get a super chat. Which is the nature of the beast when it comes to social media. That don't make it less scummy. If anything, it just makes it more of an opportunity. Which, when it comes to other people who have to fucking deal with this shit, you know, like the people who are filing the police reports in terms of, you know, having nudes and videos of them without their consent shared with other people without their consent, you know, that plays a mighty fine role. And that'd be the way to fucking look at it, would you say?
Nothing.
Why did you put Goon Hub? I wish y'all could see this fucking shit. Matter of fact, I know how to do this. I know how you do this. Hold up. Hold up. Create a dashboard. Stream manager. Okay. I know how we can do this. I know how we can get this shit done. Look at this shit. These fuckers, these goon-tastic motherfuckers are just gooning it up in my fucking Twitch chat. You're supposed to be cleaner than this, motherfuckers. You're supposed to have decorum and fervor, not turning into what these cretins do on YouTube. It's not righteous. It's not right. I'm not reading that one, RetroZip. You're out of pocket on that one, and you're on your own. You're on your own.
Which begs the question, why? Why is everyone being so silent about something that by all rights should be a massive sex and abuse scandal about one of online politics' biggest and most controversial figures? As I said at the beginning of this video.
I haven't watched this. If I hear one fucking thing about the election, I'm going to rip my skin off. If I hear one fucking comment about the 2024 election, I'm going to rip my skin off.
This is not just a story about a man, but about power and how power works. And it's not a story that is new. At the center of the scandal is a concerted effort by Destiny's friends, associates, and community to conceal and hide his wrongdoings by any and all means. This includes deleting any mentions of the leaks on Discord and Reddit, obfuscating the issue by acting as if the leaks only contain private sexual behaviors and therefore anyone else's business, or even offering money to the victims in exchange for their silence. Now, if one were to say that the creators around Destiny were simply remaining silent about this scandal,
come on, no,
or even offering money to the victims in exchange for their silence. Now, if one were to
no,
say,
come on, no, no, come on, no. No! When the fuck was this? When the fuck? No. No. Come on, no. Come on, no. What the fuck, bro? I don't think Kamal knew. That's me being wildly charitable, because if this fucker did know, then he's a weirdo too. He didn't notify. I mean, first of all, I'm not anybody's parent here. Hey, I'm going on Destiny Street. Like, no. But I just saw Kamal. I'm like, wait, when the fuck did this happen? But motherfucker said recent, so this had to have been, I guess, recent. Maybe in like the last 2 weeks. I don't know. C probably didn't rub dicks with him. Oh, God. What did he even say? I don't even know the context of whatever clip this is. I just saw Kamal, like, no. Kamal, you part of this? You part of this? You know what? Should I message Kamal? Should I? Maybe not. Maybe not. Should I? Motherfucker saying yes, but should I? Your call, Leon. Fuck it, I'm doing it. I do it all for the plot. I'm doing it all for the plot. Did you? But, you know, it's me, so I gotta fucking Leon it up. Would anyone like to know what I said? Would anyone like to know what I sent 28-year-old Kamal? I'm a child. In all capital letters, did Destiny make you do revenge porn with him? Listen, bro. I'm many things. Childish is the main thing. Leon is leaning too close to the sun? Listen, bro. What if he says, yeah, and it was awesome? Oh, then he's getting blocked. If that motherfucker says, yeah, and it was awesome, he gotta get blocked after that one. But you talk about me flying too close to the sun. That's definitely flying too close to the damn sun. That's flying into the crater. Like, no. Absolutely not. And what a lovely morning. Should I just say fuck the copyright and just start playing? No. I have to focus on the subject at hand. The subject at hand is what's important. The subject at hand.
Simply remaining silent.
Don't meet your heroes. First of all, not my hero. Kamal's a YouTuber who got into my algorithm. I was like, oh, I like this video. Oh, and I like this video. Oh, and I like this video. And then we chopped it up in like a couple streams. And then when Trump got shot, we was just like, ah! He's getting it. All right, let's fucking get back to this.
About this scandal in order to continue to capitalize on their friendship with Destiny and have access to his audience, this would be a misleading oversimplification. Some people are doing that for sure, and some people in fact are even going out of their way to run interference.
What type of content? Like yours? Yes, but more like a short form movie. Not like cinematic music. Not like cinematic music. It's just long form videos on like Candace Owens, Dr. Umar, and all this shit. Kamal ended up being the reason for Destiny's downfall. What if the straw that broke the camel's back was, it wasn't any of this, it was Destiny doing a stream with a black man. They only let one black man slide, and it was ABBA. They can't let them all slide.
To protect Destiny from the consequences of his actions.
I should have asked this question at like the beginning of the stream, but random question, boys and girls. How's the audio with my new headset? How are we feeling? Is it good? Is it stable? I know earlier it was too loud. I turned it down slightly.
But this is not a story about the nefarious deeds of evil men and women, but about power. And it turns out that in fact a lot of people are simply afraid. Afraid of what they have a moral right or a public sanction to say given these.
Who does? It's so impractical. Hey, we got a $23 Sky Pack! Come holler!
Oh, you fucking cheered me. Nice cape. I look like a Star Wars villain. I know. You don't have to say it. I just know that you believe it. But good. Because I gotta make sure, because come next Thursday, I gotta make sure all this shit's good. Because Poppy Playtime's where I'm gonna be. You all want to see the box? I know we're supposed to be learning about a guy and his fucking fucking story escapade, but fuck, you come to these streams, I dick around. Oh, this has my name on it. I can't show you. Oh, this has my biological real name on it. I can't show you this. Sorry, dorks. Oh, wait. I can just rip this off. Oh, that works. Can't have you fuckers knowing my real name. This shit connects to all of my fucking shit. Like, it's connected to my fucking PC, but I could just press a fucking button and this shit just connects to my PS5. Always rip my packaging. Well, this really wasn't packaging. This was like, oh, just order it and then just go to the store and get it. How does it feel? Well, it's not really touching my ears because I have a hoodie on. But in terms of comfort, when I did have it on my ears, it felt fine. Felt as good as you could fucking make it given the circumstance. You know? Everyone knows your name is John Ruin Leon IV. Yeah. Are you saying Ruin Leon isn't your real name? No. It's actually Carl Weezer. The whole time. You thought Carl Weezer was just some fucking Jimmy Neutron character. Nope. I'm the inspiration of Carl Weezer. That fucking guy who made that show looked at my ugly face and said I could make him white. Perfect. Couldn't have too many black characters in animated cartoons back then. But you could definitely have a white representation of a black guy that you found somewhere on the street. I'm a hero. I'm the reason your childhoods were so good. Anywho. What if I start calling you Leonardo? I mean, there's somebody who calls me Leon Fur, which is supposed to be like a correlation of Leon and Lucifer. So it's not the worst I've heard. It'll just be like, in terms of like intrigue, the worst. If that makes sense to you.
Sensitive nature of these leaks, and afraid of the retribution of Destiny and those in his audience if they say something that angers him. A very large creator in YouTube commentary called Nicholas DeOrio, disgusted at the obvious sexual abuse and public coercion he was witnessing coming from Destiny and his defenders, and frustrated by the fact that people were beginning to lump him in with the others who were actively covering for Destiny, reached out to me directly to clarify why he was not being more vocal. He told me that, due to the sensitive nature of the material, despite being very confident about Destiny's guilt, he was very conflicted about coming forward against Destiny on behalf of the victims in this story without them voluntarily coming forward first. This was for two reasons.
That makes sense, because even though like motherfuckers want to be news journalists, you will not be viewed in the highest of light if you take somebody's story and you're just like, oh, fuck it, let me just make a couple YouTube bucks off it. Since you won't do it, I'll do it. Which is not how you should go about this. Like, if you were to fucking tell someone else's story, the benefit would be to at least be a fucking human and be like, hey, are you going to speak on this at any point? Because I won't do it unless like you give like consent, or you fucking do it yourself and then I could just recap what you say. That's like how normally this should potentially go. The reason it almost doesn't is because motherfuckers are clout hungry.
First, Destiny has a history of persuading his victims to come to his defense during a scandal. This happened once when a creator called Mr. Girl infamously attempted to accuse.
So in other words, what this guy did who made the video, so that is what he did? Because when I asked this shit earlier, I don't think anyone answered or anyone knew. Did this motherfucker make this video without the motherfucker who actually has to deal with this shit approve it? Oh no. Oh no, honey. That's no, honey. And the cop out is, oh, this story needs to be out there. And if somebody's dealing with the embarrassment of knowing that somebody has their fucking nudes and they're ready to fucking use that as their crutch to fucking be like, ha, fuck you, dork. Don't you ever speak out against me. Or they're spreading that shit around, but it's not like known by everybody so people won't go look for it. Yeah, I'd understand why motherfuckers probably wouldn't want to just like, sure, I'll speak about this embarrassing fucking thing. What? Sunday is a huge hater. Oh, don't fucking tell me that this is only going around because motherfuckers got hate boners for. Oh, man, get me the fuck out of here. Are you telling me all this shit that's been known about is only being made into a video because a motherfucker mad about another motherfucker? Not because of no sense of purity, not even speaking to the fucking victim of all this, just because you mad? Oh, blow it out your ass. He definitely didn't do it with her approval. Man. See? And then y'all niggas be getting mad at me when I say I hate YouTubers. Oh, but you are one. I feel like that doesn't distract from what the fuck I said. And how is it that I still have the correct take that everyone's a piece of shit? Like, why do I have to say this every fucking stream? Everyone is a piece of shit. Like, I'm sorry that maybe you think, you know, like you're better than everyone or like you're cool or whatever. No, everyone watching. How many of you motherfuckers? There's 10 of you on Twitch. There's 75 on YouTube. All of us here, including me, are pieces of shit. We all have fucking moments in our lives we are fucking embarrassed by. We are ashamed of, and we don't look back at with any fucking fondness. Controversial fucking hot take for everybody to fucking think about. You fucked up in your life. Cool. You have one of two options.
I don't really want to get gangbanged.
Who does? It's so impractical. Hey, we got a $23 Sky Pack. Come holler.
That's not one of the options. You could either just say fuck it and die with that fucking regret that you have, or you could recognize it And for the betterment of you, try to be better. Will you being better completely absolve you from being a piece of shit? No, because you're going to do something else that fuck it up. Such is the nature of the beast. But at least you'll try to move a little bit better in your fucking life. That's what I'm trying to do. I've made mistakes. I've embarrassed myself. I'm trying to be better in different days. You can be a YouTuber and not like other YouTubers. I try. I try my hardest. We're all pieces of shit. Don't be sorry. Just be better. Fuck, make the attempt. This is the way I see it. And you could disagree with me, free and clear. We're on a 24-hour clock. Every time you go to sleep is a new day for you to be a piece of shit.
Who does? It's so impractical. Hey, we got a $23 Scat Pack. Come holler.
I can't even see my fucking alerts. Like, what the fuck? Oh, I think I know why. Wait, that shouldn't matter because I already paid for this. So that shouldn't even be a thing. I already paid for the usage of that. So that shouldn't be it. But I'll try to figure this out. Tomorrow is my off day anyway. I don't have to stream tomorrow. That's what happens when you fucking create a schedule that don't tell chick tries this. I have not followed at all. I've just been streaming for the fuck of it. But like 24 hours in a day, every time you go to sleep and wake up for a new day, you're a piece of shit again. Unless you do something or look at a framework of your life and change that, you're still a piece of shit. Does that make sense? Does anyone agree with me or disagree with me? Either option's fine. I just need it to be known that this is how I'm viewing dealing with my own life. That I'll be looked at in a certain way by people based on moments in time that are completely embarrassing in my fucking life. That I was not emotionally stable to fucking deal with. And I'm like, yep, gotta be better. Because if I'm not better, oh well, I still suck. Or I suck just as much as other people. And I need to be a little bit better than other people because I'm Leon and I'm great.
Accused Destiny of lying about his relationship with Anna Voir. And in response, Destiny produced recent DMs between himself and Anna in which he got her to say that her own quoted claims against Destiny were false. And here it is notable that the fact that these DMs were between the alleged abuser and his victim did not seem to affect their credibility in the eyes of his audience. And second, because of Destiny's ability to use his hold over.
Internet is gross as fuck. I mean, the internet's pretty cool when your content or like your algorithm is mainly like seeing cute, quirky relationship shit or like fucking like babies and like motherfuckers dressing up babies or like cooking or like vlogs. You don't, the internet has a good spot. You just have to clean your fucking algorithm. Any motherfucker that's running around, and I'm not saying you, but any motherfucker running around, why is there porn on my Twitter account? We all know what he knows. He just won't admit it to the general public.
For his massive audience to deal serious reputational and financial damage to people who he feels have slighted him. Nicholas refers explicitly here to the reputational damage Destiny inflicted on another commentary YouTuber called Chudlogic when he was approached by Destiny's now ex-wife Melina to give her side of the story about the Lauren Southern affair.
So, I mean, I privately told everybody I'm completely distancing myself from this guy waiting for this bomb to go off, but I don't want to be the one to fucking light it. But, I mean, I feel stupid. I sent Destiny like a message of support at the beginning of this, like, about his dick getting leaked, not about this part of it. Like, oh, it's a shame that your fucking dick got leaked or whatever, which I guess is still valid.
I didn't realize how bad it was initially. I thought the big thing was the Lauren Southern leaks. I thought, oh, he's got sex tapes. Okay, surprise.
Well, in the back of my head, I was thinking, why would all these people consent to their fucking nudes being exchanged?
Well, the answer
why would that even happen? They would absolutely not. They absolutely wouldn't. And it's like, and I haven't really been able to talk about this with anybody because I'm not like it's a huge risk to even discuss it because this guy's got such a chokehold over his community. But I legitimately think if it ever comes up, I absolutely think that's career ending, and I don't think that can be defended. And if it can be defended by his community, it would fucking completely destroy. I mean, yeah, his reputation's in the toilet. It could be lower.
It could be. It's also it's in the toilet with people who care to know.
Yeah, no, I think this is a viral everyone story, video, like community-wide story. If this cover-up ever comes out.
What specifically would have to happen to trigger some kind of, determinate position on this in public for you?
I mean, I'll be super candid about it. We need to talk.
Yeah, would you have to talk publicly, or would you just see it?
No, I think I've already seen it. I think she needs to talk publicly because if anything, if it comes down to it and Destiny convinces her privately to take that other... Look what happened with Chudlogic and Lauren Southern. He had Melina coming to him and telling him these things directly. And he was put in a position where he can either eat shit and be hated by that community and lose a huge percentage of his audience to the point where I had to pick up the other half of the slack and like help him out, right?
Chud's kind of like a race baiter. Aren't we all race baiters? I'm gonna let that awkward silence permeate in this room right now.
to keep him afloat, or he could just leak those messages and be justified immediately, and it would start like a huge conflict. And I guess he did the right thing by loyalty, but like, you know what I mean? It's like, if you don't have the person, then it's you fighting on behalf of somebody else. And I've seen this go down so many times with content creators, where if they don't have the support of the actual victim in the situation, you're fighting a losing battle from day one.
So principally, your concern is that you're going to take a pretty big financial/audience hit if you were to
Well, I think
when you just heard the motherfucker say if you don't have the fucking edge on of the, I should not use that phrase. If you don't have the fucking support of the motherfucker who's the victim, you're screwed. In terms of getting anybody to actually give a fuck, because everyone's gonna stare at you as the clout goblin and nothing more. They're gonna look at you as somebody who doesn't really care about the issue. You just care about gaining some semblance of clout from the matter.
I think there's a genuine risk.
Am I senile?
That I'm gonna get left out to dry here, because if she doesn't say anything, or even worse, if she comes out and says it's not true, then I'm fucked.
This is also legitimate, because how many times has a motherfucker tweeted, made a video about a motherfucker? Oh, this motherfucker's the criminal of the century, and we find out none of this shit is true. And then the motherfucker just makes a fucking video and he has to be, oh my god, well, actually,
people who would otherwise potentially be ready to support the victims of Destiny's systemic abuse of female and male colleagues are stuck between wanting to call foul on some truly reprehensible behavior and the realization that if they did, there are so many ways to spin them as the villains through Destiny's further manipulation of the victims and of his massive following. Two particularly aggressive defenders of Destiny have been Not So Erudite and Dan Saltman, who are both colleagues and close members of his inner circle. Both have gone out of their way either to dissuade attempts to bring up the issue of Destiny's non-consensual sharing of intimate material of other people publicly, or to directly discourage his victims from speaking out or taking legal action. A major consequence of Destiny's silence and the silence of the people around him on this issue is that all of the negative consequences for these leaks have been borne by the victims, who are still being publicly shamed and harassed as I speak. However, faux concern for their well-being and their wishes to remain as anonymous and private as possible has been used to shut down any discussion where Destiny might be held responsible for endangering them in the first place. The perverse result is that Destiny's crimes against these people are effectively being weaponized as their own defense against others who would call him out for them. For example, when one community member known as Fairy Queen questioned Not So Erudite's continued association with Destiny, given the revelation that he had been sharing porn of people he streams with without their consent, and given Not So Erudite's own avowals of being a mental health expert and a feminist, Not So Erudite claimed that she was in communication with the victims behind the scenes and that they didn't want any additional attention. And so therefore, Not So Erudite was actually doing the moral...
Did I just hear this shit wrong? Wait a minute.
Given the revelation that he had been sharing porn of people he streams with without their consent, and given Not So Erudite's own avowals of being a mental health expert and a feminist, Not So Erudite claimed that she was in communication with the victims behind the scenes and that...
I get you're mad at me, and that's fair. We got our differences, but I wanted to ask you to think about the people involved in the leaks. I've been talking with them, and they really want as little attention at this as possible. Your comment is kind of confirming that it's them, which they are denying, and drawing more attention to it for their sake. I'd really appreciate it if you consider removing that part of your comment. When's the next cooking video? Tomorrow. If you're so inclined to really fucking know. Like, they're all sitting in the editing software. I just gotta fucking add my voice to it. If you really wanted to know, you sick, entwined, hungry bastard. If you... I feel like the anti-woke movement is going down on YouTube. What gave you that idea? If you don't mind my asking, as if I don't already know. Oh, well, you could have a different fucking answer, but I know what I know.
That they didn't want any additional attention. And so therefore, Not So Erudite was actually doing the moral thing by not holding Destiny accountable for victimizing them in the first place and for personally continuing to profit from the reputation of Destiny by whom she was employed. When pressed on this, Not So Erudite promptly terminated the conversation. But it turns out that Not So Erudite was telling the truth when she said she was communicating on behalf of the victims, because as it turns out, she was from very early on the primary middleman negotiating the price of their silence. Enter Pixie. Pixie is a tiny streamer who, like Destiny's wife Melina, was...
Wait, what do you mean the price of their silence? Like, was motherfuckers getting paid to not fucking speak? And if so, well, that's fucking terrible. But they're letting it be known that they don't want as much attention to this on them as possible. Kamal went on Destiny's podcast in the same week all the allegations dropped. Kamal is cursed. It's wild that this dropped on the day that Trump was inaugurated. Yeah, bro, because you know what I'm thinking about? When Trump gets inaugurated, Destiny's leaks. And you know what I'm thinking about during Destiny's leaks? Man, that Trump inauguration speech was very whatever the fuck opinion you could have on it.
Identifiable in the leaks. Pixie had been working closely with Destiny since she turned 20 years old in 2019, and in addition to appearing on stream together regularly, Destiny also got her involved in paid positions organizing for canvassing projects like with Progressive Victory, who he partnered with in 2024, and she would accompany him multiple times to large podcast appearances such as the Whatever podcast, which he would pay for her to be flown out to. Pixie had for a very long time repeatedly tried to present herself as an example of a woman who could succeed as a part of Destiny's orbit without being a member of his oft-rumored harem of women who offer him sexual favors in exchange for exposure and stream time. In light of these leaks, that image has obviously been shattered, and she has received the brunt of negative reactions to the scandal, since people who hate Destiny and hate the politics of the people in his group are eager to laugh at the hypocrisy of one of them, even if it means joining in the mass harassment of someone who is in fact a victim of revenge porn. Unfortunately, Pixie did the worst thing that someone in her position could do. Rather than seek legal recourse or make a public statement denouncing the violation of her consent and dignity that these leaks represented, she seems to have ultimately chosen to try and profit from the situation by extorting Destiny. An American citizen who finds themselves a victim of revenge pornography has several valid actions they can take. Let's go over 3. First, they can seek legal recourse. In fact, there's a federal law on the books as of 2022 that allows victims of non-consensual exchanging of explicit material to be compensated up to $150,000, and that's even if the leaks were not necessarily done maliciously, but only with reckless disregard for the consent of the victims. The victims may even have their identity concealed. Second, they may make a public statement denouncing the person who leaked the materials and violated their consent, and in fact, this can be done in conjunction with the first option I mentioned. And finally, they can choose to do nothing. They can stay silent and hope that it all blows over, and this is their right. But Pixie did not do any of these. In an exchange that I've learned has since been circulated among the entire commentary community on YouTube and virtually everyone in Destiny's circle, not so erudite can be seen haggling with Pixie over the amount of money that would be appropriate for Destiny to pay her to not involve the court system or to denounce him publicly. First, Pixie uses the implicit threat of her impending suicide and a scheduled note announcing it to pressure Destiny to pay out a significant sum of money, and then later switches to vague threats of public denunciations and legal action. Meanwhile, behind the scenes, her friend Stray Ray was colluding to advise Destiny to offer to help her financially as penance to stave off her threats of self-harm, a situation that would obviously be a reputational disaster for Destiny. Note, Stray Ray has also explicitly said that she did not consider the situation serious enough to warrant a wellness check. As revealed in earlier DMs between Pixie and Destiny prior to this conversation with not so erudite,
Wait, so the motherfucker who got they shit leaked is just like, fuck it, I'm gonna fake being suicidal. According to a guy who has like next to no connection with this lady? Well, what if she blew her fucking brains out because of all this shit? Then who fault this is? Well, considering the internet, I'm not gonna say that.
Pixie and her friend Stray Ray had used the specter of her impending suicide to...
I'm a fan of Kamal, but you gotta be careful inviting him back on. That might be it for you. All right, bros. On a serious note, I don't think Kamal is cursed. I think that is horrendous timing. But fuck. This was such a weird part of the video. Felt very weird. Felt very well. What? Well, actually. Okay. Fuck, I can't stand these internet terminologies.
Alarm Destiny enough that he would be receptive to suggestions of financial compensation. Apparently, Pixie was hopeful from the beginning that she could get as much as a $1 million payout from Destiny, which Stray Ray had to repeatedly talk her down from. The condition of this financial compensation is, of course, Pixie's continued silence. This would seem to imply that Pixie's decision to not go public is not because she is afraid of the repercussions, or else she wouldn't be threatening Destiny directly with legal action or public denunciations, but because she wants to profit personally off of extortion.
Am I drunk? Or I thought this person was like seeking legal action. So is it that she tried to get money and didn't get it? And then went the legal route, or is going the legal route the whole time and didn't feel like mentioning it to motherfuckers who are named President Sunday?
Destiny, who also, it must be remembered, is a victim of revenge porn. Destiny may be the one responsible for the leaker having the images in the first place, but he shared them recklessly, not maliciously. And of course, he has endured public humiliation as well for this. Destiny's close friend and podcast co-host Dan Saltman, the CEO of Redact, had also reportedly gone behind Destiny's back to advise Pixie to make financial demands of Destiny, as well as to ask her to dissuade Destiny from taking legal action against Kiwi Farms for hosting the leaks. Pixie has since said nothing publicly. There has been no evidence of legal proceedings being pursued, and she has seemingly ceased communications with the people she was previously working with, instead posting on X about taking the LSAT in pursuit of law school. It appears as though her attempt to extort Destiny has probably paid off, albeit at the expense of every other person Destiny has victimized in the past and will victimize in the future. And so we can see the circuit completing itself. Destiny seeks out vulnerable women in his community who are enamored by his fame and success. He engages them intimately and records the interactions. Then he hoards these recordings and he shares them with reckless abandon, even occasionally threatening their release if the people in them do something to displease him. And when finally, the obvious result of recklessly sharing these intimate images with strangers occurs and they are publicly exposed for all to see to the detriment of these people's reputations, mental health, and safety, he is able to buy off his victims and use their purchased silence as moral ammunition to shut down anyone who would try to hold him accountable for what is clearly grossly unethical conduct. Destiny and the web he has created around himself is creating victims, and if it is allowed to continue, it will create more. I urge everyone to pay attention and to warn people about the danger they are putting themselves into by engaging with Destiny and his community. These are people who have been handpicked for their willingness to not just remain passive in the wake of intimate and potentially life-ruining abuse, but to also become accomplices in silencing the victims. And the victims are also selected, either for mental illness, allowing them to be easily construed as hysterical or deceptive when they complain about their treatment, or for financial vulnerability.
I like how the pinned comment is Pixie is officially suing Destiny. It's over. Destiny owners are absolutely scared with this one. I can't believe that a guy who calls himself a sociopath would do something like this. Yeah. All this really tells me is that the Destiny 2 video game will never get rid of the stink of this. Hot take, if you let anyone film your nude from you, you need to fucking fix this sentence structure. I feel like you mean to say if you let anyone record you nude, you know what's going to happen. Which is a terrible way to go about that, because I don't think she knew. Well, at least the other, what was the cherry motherfucker? Didn't the cherry motherfucker say she didn't know? So at least in her case, it's like, bro, what the fuck? Also, that really doesn't help against the law, because you could be like, oh, you should know what's gonna happen when you let someone record. That's saying this motherfucker got consent to record her naked. And that statement contradicts the law, where you can't be sending motherfuckers nudes around without their consent. So fuck that. What is this? What is this? Why was I told to watch this?
All I'm getting from this is she's really not going to want this to be public.
It's both.
She wants to hurt Steven, but she doesn't want this to be known that she's done this and this is her.
Yep.
And she desperately doesn't want her family to know. And if I cover it, there's a good chance they will find out.
Oh, 100%. Why do you think I haven't covered this at all? Like that's my principal issue.
Yeah, that's
is like here's the thing. Let's assume I was a psychopath, and I'm not. Okay, somebody saying these.
Well, never start a scenario with, let's assume I'm a psychopath. I'm not, but like never do that.
Things would be enough to deter me. Let's assume I was a psychopath. Let's assume I published this. Okay, well something's changed. If Pixie actually does self-harm in some way, and God forbid actually succeed in killing herself, now this switches from Steven did something that triggered this to I did something that triggered this.
What? That is the worst way to look at something like this. Oh, well, if I release this information, then this bitch offs herself. All the heat's leaving. Steven. Who's Steven? Now it's all on me. That is terrible. That is a terrible way to look at this shit. Like, actually. That's not how you're supposed to look at shit like this. What the fuck?
That's not good. I don't want that. That's a bad situation to be in.
Yep.
That's not even a bad situation morally. That's just you being upset that this shit's gonna land on you. Oh no.
Yeah. So there is a catch to this, which is if anything happens, God forbid, anything at all, and it doesn't even matter if it's because of this, if anything happens to Pixie in the foreseeable future,
it all drops.
Well, he will actually be destroyed. That will be insurmountable. Not destroyed. He'll have his channel. He'll have his audience. But there will be no
politics.
The media company dream will not be a thing. So
yeah, that would be awful. That would be an awful situation.
Now there's a flip side to this. There's a flip side to this, which is that you and all the other commentary blokes are in sort of a prisoner's dilemma right now.
Mm-hmm.
Which is, if something does happen,
then you talk about it. But if there's nothing you could do because this is information that you don't have verified, you're just sitting on pins and fucking needles.
One of you might be the first to say something. And if one of you is the first to say something, they might say they felt pressured to not say anything because of everybody else in the group, or people might wonder, like, why were you the only person to do it? You knew about this, da, da, da. And under those circumstances, it would be very, very, very difficult to explain in exactly the same way. And I'm wondering about this with people like Josiah as well. Like, the time span of these things is not always predictable, and it would be so easy for something to blow up, or for another victim to come forward, or possibly new nudes to be leaked, because that's something else too. This is one person. I would be shocked if this is the only person he leaked these.
It's the guy. The guy is literally the second person.
Yeah, but I'm not even thinking of the news that we have. I'm thinking of other ones.
And again, what you really need is Melina, because Melina will concede how many fucking nudes she's seen. She's probably seen half the Twitch community's nudes, and she probably could testify that he sent this to other women.
Yeah, but the problem is Melina is selfish and stupid.
Except that she did talk about it already, and she wants to. She just needs the right incentive or the right situation. I do think that Melina would come through again if this was already public, but there's no way to make it public without catastrophe.
You're cutting out a little bit there.
Basically, if this was already public, I'm confident that she would say something. But again, we're back at the fucking problem again, right? Where now it's just like we have to keep our mouths shut, or there could be a myriad of fucking negative things that happen. This is like there's
what you could do.
There's one solution that works here, and 100 that could potentially blow up, or even potentially harm her.
You know what I think you should do? Because here's what you don't want to do. Okay, the way I see it, there's two outcomes here.
This is what I think you should all do. And it doesn't matter because I guess all this shit's out. You could just wait. and or get the victim to fucking be like, yeah, drop this shit.
For you that aren't disastrous. And by you, I mean a whole bunch of people. The details, the details don't matter. All that matters is this. Somebody in a position of a high level of power compared to these people.
I've just exhausted all of those.
What you don't want is for one of several things to happen, like Pixie harming herself, killing herself, coming out against Destiny prematurely, etc., etc. And for it to be the case that y'all knew, because with a lot of people behind you, like I think your concurrents have been like almost commensurate with Destiny's for the last little bit. Like we're talking like 4K.
I'm not super concerned that they find out that.
Why are we arguing about viewership with motherfuckers sending revenge porn?
I've known. This is a thing where.
Am I not content brained for this conversation? Am I not?
It's like, there are very justifiable reasons that I would give publicly as to why we didn't move forward with it that are comparable to reasons why I haven't discussed stuff in the past. I think my core audience, I think I'll get shit from weird communities.
Unless she kills herself.
I don't think so. I think that they would.
Motherfucker said this is chess logic over a game of fucking Uno. A Mexican game, by the way.
I think they would see that as me accelerating that process if I released it without her consent.
Oh, absolutely. And I would not advise you do that at all. I would not advise leaking any of this.
No. Again, my position is that I need the victim's consent to move forward with some of this stuff. I don't even have contact with her.
What I would advise, and you can even frame this as like a purely homosexual thing. This would be my advice personally. This is what I would do in your position. Is I would make a very, very, very vague statement to the effect. You already did?
Somebody said Nick DGG's watching. I go, I don't know if they're gonna like what I have to say. So I would stand. I kind of feel a little bad for that, but whatever.
I'm starting to realize why people get away with murder.
Gentlemen, this is Democracy Manifest.
The reason they get away with murder is because of conversations like this. Because what in the fuck do you mean? You know what would really work? Is if you make a vague statement on Twitter. What? Am I half dead when I hear this shit? Or am I still alive? Because none of what I just heard correlate. This motherfucker has a run block power of 97 and a run block of 95, but his pass block is fucking terrible. His pass block finesse is fucking terrible, but his pass block power is fuck. This is confusing.
Well, I would make something a little bit more widely digestible and something simple to this effect. You don't have to do this at first. I'm just saying, like, in my mind, this is what would screen you as like, okay, Nick's okay.
That was terrible. That was a terrible way to fucking look at this shit. But that's all I guess know about all this Destiny shit, or like that's all I was told to watch. I walk away from it thinking everyone's weird. If you're waiting to fucking tell someone off because you need to fucking wait for everyone to sign off and then you just drop it anyway, you're a piece of shit. If you're doing it for views and not really for the care of wanting a motherfucker to be like lambasted, you're a piece of shit. If you knew this information was like 100% true, you're a piece of shit. I guess other than the obvious victims, anyone in a bind is someone who like couldn't verify any of this shit because no one wanted to fucking say anything further. But that's pretty much it in terms of how I could possibly give a fuck. You only gonna think it does something if you have main character syndrome. Well, given the context, it's done enough, but you know, given the 2020 perspective vision that we have right now, I guess someone could say this shit worked. But it's still weird. Speaking of weird, let's watch I found a fucking video called My Issue with Those YouTubers. And why not? Why not? Because I'm still streaming. I told myself, fuck it. Just stream longer. Stop just fucking streaming for an hour. And how long have I... 2 hours?! I've been streaming for 2 hours. What the fuck have I been doing? What were we doing? I mean, we dicked around. We got videos. I feel like I did good. But we're not done. Because I'm still here. I'm not stopping until I've finished all the shit I wanted to watch. Does Leon like pickled peppers? I told you I'll stop with the white shit.
I'm sorry for any harm I caused by spreading my ideas as fact.
Oh God, what am I watching? What is this? Why is that the first thing I hear? Oh, I'm sorry for spreading information. Why? Why?
My last video sucked.
Nick is not green.
But more specifically with a series of videos I made regarding Super Mega.
And Ethan is online.
Hey, it's been a while since you saw my face.
What do these people have in common? Now, the title may be My Issue with Feminist YouTubers or something along
What the hell am I watching? This video randomly bust in my algorithm, and it has 192,000 views, and it was uploaded 4 days ago. What is this? What is this?
those lines. But it's not necessarily that they're feminist. It's the fact that they say one thing and they do the complete opposite. Like, how hard is it to be a good person, guys? These people were able to find a community where they would show that they, a male, was able to relate to women, were able to empathize with them, and kind of catered to...
God, relating to women, am I right?
What girlies want. But my issue here is, like I said, doing one thing and doing another.
Why are you speaking into a microphone that I don't think is real? You're upsetting me. Person I've never met. Can you show us your starters? No. Yes, but not now.
Like, for our first sample, Lewis McClellan.
I want to learn about those YouTubers. No. Don't have the energy for all that. Don't have the energy for all that fucking music. I do not have the energy for all that fucking music. No. It is 8 o'clock at night. No, thank you.
Hello, YouTube critic here.
This is no. That shit threw me the fuck off. No. That's that fucking attention span kicking in. I ain't got it for shit like this.
Or rather, it might be more prudent to call me a YouTuber.
Do you know what made me
Why did this shit just skip all the way up? Like, what the fuck?
Hello, YouTube critic here. Or rather, it might be more prudent to call me a YouTuber critic these days, which is the reason we're here, Altiori. Altiori? Altiori? Apologies if I'm mispronouncing that, as I don't know who you are, and the only reason I'm aware of this video is one of my subscribers sent me a link to this video. The point is, I watched this video, and I vehemently disagree with your take, as it comes across as ill-informed and an attempt to play to the crowd. And to be transparent, I'll be responding to about 8 minutes of your 13-minute video, considering that after that, your video mainly becomes you reiterating earlier points and then going on to apologize for the obvious toxicity surrounding the acolyte and downplaying the overwhelming racist rhetoric as a few dumb people. So it would just be me repeating myself and redundant. Anyway, let's dig in.
There are a lot of people, I'm sure, who have their own take on YouTube critics, or people simply just giving their opinions.
A lot of these motherfuckers suck, and for some reason they turn in. At some reason, after giving the worst takes possible, they all end up making their own shit and can't handle the same drastic fucking criticisms that they give out to other people. It's easy for me to talk shit about something that I don't like because I don't like it. Oh, by the way, I got Andrew Luck. If you want to see my top 5, Andrew Luck, Charles Woodson, Cameron Oliver, LaDainian Thomason, Khalil Mack. That's my top 5.
The internet being such a vast place filled with countless topics and beautiful things to discuss, it makes sense that creators like Critical Drinker, Friendly Space Ninja, Alex Myers, and many others have their own opinions on movies, games, and any form of entertainment.
I'm not familiar with the other people you named, but I am familiar with the Critical Drinker. I even have a whole video dedicated to him on this channel. You see, I used to be a fan of his work. Like many of the people subscribed to him, I like to listen to a variety of viewpoints on media, especially film. Will Jordan is pretty entertaining as a critic, and I even like his voice. But the problem with him is that these are not simply opinions. An opinion is a view, judgment, or appraisal formed in the mind about a particular matter. And if that sounds particularly intellectual, that's because I stole it from Merriam-Webster. What Will Jordan does is grifting. He has learned that farming and harvesting hatred is profitable. So anything that is mildly controversial or political, you can bet he will have a post about it. In one of the most sober moments of his life, friend and frequent collaborator of the Critical Drinker, Jeremy from Geeks and Gamers, blatantly admitted that this is what these people do.
We talk about this one fucking thing and we make a whole video out of it. That's what we do.
So you see,
should never be something you admit to. If that's some shit you end up admitting to, you lose that credibility that you built up for that fucking long. It is a tale definitely as old as motherfucking time.
They know they can get away with admitting this stuff publicly, and people like you will still allow them to hide behind the guise of, oh, well, it's only their opinion. After I uploaded my video, a lot of Drinkers fans attempted to tell me that I'm slandering people for their opinions. This is not true, and I'll explain why. In the video I made about the Drinker, I not once said anything about his opinions. What I pointed out was a series of behaviors that showed why he was a grifter. From bringing up race and ethnic backgrounds in films where that wasn't the focus, to dishonestly manipulating footage in Glass Onion because the director directed a Star Wars movie, to lying about the Barbie film. You know, because it's woke. These aren't mere opinions. They are attempts to galvanize a volatile audience. And it clearly works, because you can see people routinely saying the stuff he says in other communities, like mine. In other words, his contagion has broken containment. And this is why I disagree with the premise of your video, Ravioli. There are some YouTube critics that are toxic for society, and he's one of them.
I created this channel to share my opinions and passions, whether they lean positive or negative. Now I understand that some people hate you.
Your opinion on the Spider-Man show is equivalent to dog shit. That fucking video on the fucking Spider-Man show was the worst shit ever. Motherfucker did not know hip-hop music. And it's fine to not know, but when you're so blatant about it, I just have to start itching at the premise. Because fuck did that hurt to hear. It just hurt hearing. I'm sorry.
YouTube critics or anyone who is critical of anything. However, in this video, I'm going to try to be nuanced in discussing YouTube criticism, whether it's about games or pop culture in general.
I played all of that because I want the audience to keep these words in mind for when she does the exact opposite of what she just said.
Over the past few years, I don't know if you've noticed, but Hollywood and the gaming industry seem to have lost their spark.
Wow. Not even...
The gaming industry? The God of War games, Spider-Man games, Call of Duty, even like the mini shit. There's like miniature shit. Another Crab's Treasure, Wukong. If you leave like the AAA title shit, you'll find indie games that are running the show, Poppy's Playtime. I'm speaking specifically for gaming. I don't know what the fuck movies are out and about. All I know is the shit I've watched. Sonic 3, Bad Boys, Deadpool, Wolverine. Now, I'm naming off some like big ass Hollywood movies, but these are the only ones that I actually went to go to the theater to see in like the past year. So don't crucify me too bad.
Even 5 seconds later. And look, I'm not entirely surprised. When you have videos on your channel that look...
That new Naughty Dog IP, which you have next to nothing about except a trailer. Assassin's Creed got delayed, and I'm going to be honest, kind of looks better now that it's gotten delayed twice. Concord is all around ass, but that's a live service fucking game that had no grounds to stand past a month. But it was so fucking bad and unplayable that they refunded. Anyone tell you that, oh, it's bad because it's woke, they don't know how to really explain anything past a certain level of criteria.
Like these, it makes sense that this is your...
Like, it's just a bad, non-playable live service game.
You are one of these people you're attempting to defend, or you want to be. I mean, I get it. Grifting is profitable, and money is a hell of a motivator. The only thing I ever ask is for people to wear their colors proudly.
Why is this the second time I'm seeing this Elon thing today? Look, because I don't know how to fucking tackle this shit. This motherfucker, wait, stop, hold on, time out. COD skins, motherfucker. There's no way, because I'm assuming you're mentioning this because you brought up Concord. You're mentioning like all the bad of gaming, and maybe in correlation to gaming losing its spark. If you're mad about the COD skins, just stop playing games. That is such a non-fucking, oh my God, they got skins in the game. That shit don't ruin nor fucking game break the game. That shit just ugly. Unless you're like me and you get the Cody Rhodes, and I think I got the Rey Mysterio skin. You think Gundam belongs in COD for real? That is a video game, bro. They can put whatever they want in that shit. That shit not real. That shit not real. You can absolutely just go in the game and not buy them. God's not forcing you to buy those things. You can choose to ignore the item shop. Put My Little Pony in Madden? Sure, I don't play Madden. I don't care about Madden. This is not Madden. It's college football. But on a serious note, on the real, that don't matter. The skins in the game don't matter. Now, if the game played like ass, that'd be a whole different story. If COD played like ass, that'd be a different story. And I can understand being annoyed that, you know, you fucking got the best gun in the game and you just lost to Nicki Minaj. But I need y'all to understand, Fortnite's to blame for this shit. Fortnite then did collaborations with damn near everybody and made money off the skins. So COD followed suit. They didn't break the game. They just put something in the game that made it, honestly, more creatively fun. Because if I was to turn on COD right now, you might be mad at the skins I got. I'm just saying, buddy.
Anyway, the idea that Hollywood and the gaming industry have lost their spark is ludicrous and frankly a self-report. All you're telling me is that you don't watch enough movies or play enough games, which then tells me that you aren't the person for this particular job.
I think you might be cooking with something though, because motherfuckers, it ain't everybody, but some motherfuckers only talk about mainstream shit. It's like, all right, cool. When you gonna talk about like the lesser known shit and like pump them up or criticize them or criticize like the shit they got going on? I only play COD Zombies. That is also a thing to do.
Every time someone says things.
All right, so look, sell me on COD Zombies right now because I have not played it once. Not like, oh, I've never played COD Zombies. I just never played the new COD Zombies because after Black Ops 2, there's no zombies that could be on the level or even entice me to come back for more. I'm a victim of shit just being so awesome at a time. I just didn't know what to do.
Things like this, they're almost always talking about potential blockbusters and AAA games, which excludes films like Love Lies Bleeding, The Lighthouse, Link Twice, and Bullet Train, and the incredible...
Bullet Train and The Lighthouse were fucking awesome! And he's playing Little Nightmares, which is fucking And there's still no new information about Little Nightmares 3. I am traumatized. Or information about Reanimal. I am traumatized. I need updates. I need release dates. The fucking Nintendo Switch is probably coming out at some point between July and October. I need an update.
Indie gaming scene that's given us gems like Little Nightmares and Stray. And even if we were to talk about AAA games, Astrobot just won Game of the Year. Hogwarts Legacy surpassed Call of Duty.
Yeah, but Astrobot is no Black Myth Wukong, and these, well, not all of them, but the suspects who think they know everything about gaming but don't know how to code to save their fucking life, all crying about Wukong was so amazing. Okay.
The best-selling game of 2023. My point is, this claim is entirely too broad, and not only undermines the point you're attempting to make, it literally contradicts your promise to be nuanced.
Creativity appears to have been replaced by greed and corporate monotony. Franchises have grown so large that they no longer feel the need to innovate, and as a result, we're not seeing as many movies, blockbusters, or AAA games resonate with audiences like they once did, unless they're coming.
Yes, I liked Wukong. You hate why Wukong was great. But I could understand why Astrobot won. Simple, fucking straight-laced, fucking popular game. We need more of that. And honestly, it gives me... I do this for a bit. Like, all the motherfuckers like who hate Sony, I just be like, well, actually, you can hate Sony all if you want, but it doesn't change the fact that the Game of the Year was a Sony product. I do that with so much of my shit.
Why am I not surprised you are using footage for Assassin's Creed Shadows to underscore?
It's a room with 10 enemies and then a boss. Sounds like you just suck. That's what motherfuckers say when they suck at a game, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I thought you was gonna hit me with something like, oh, you just couldn't get into it. You didn't like the story. Ah, you talking like a motherfucker that suck at the game. Hey, bruh, don't make me say skill issue.
Score your point. Look, I agree that movie and game development budgets have gotten completely out of hand. It doesn't take $2 billion to create a game that resonates with audiences.
Grand Theft Auto is gonna be amazing, and I'm selling anybody's body parts. They saying the pre-order gonna be $100. The deluxe edition probably gonna be $300. I'm selling some of y'all body parts. Some of y'all gotta go. I'm definitely selling you motherfuckers kidneys. You feel me? Some of y'all got to go.
I mean, look at how many people love Ghost of Tsushima, a game that cost a slim $60 million to produce. All you have to do is make a great game, which is easier said than done, but still, your point is well taken. The issue for me is you're doing the grifter thing by saying the East does it better than the West. You know, like how the Critical Drinker suggested that recent Japanese movies are better than American ones, but when asked to name Japanese movies he'd seen, he couldn't.
There's a reason people like in the West are starting to draw more and more towards Korean or Japanese filmmaking. It's precisely because it's a bit different from what we get. That's a good thing.
What is the most recent Japanese film or piece of entertainment that you enjoyed so far?
What am I thinking of? See, a lot of them would be older ones, like Old Boy, for example. I really enjoyed that one. I know it's not Japanese, but...
So look, when y'all talked about skins in this game, are you telling me that you don't like the fact that I have the Squid Game skin? Are you telling me that you don't like the fact that I have the Squid Game skin? Are you telling me this takes you out of... Are you telling me a woman with a skin condition takes you out of God? Are you telling me that when I kill you as the Shredder, it's taking you out of God? What if I was basketball star Kevin Durant? It being goofy is one thing, but when you're putting that next to shit like Concord, nah, you're mischaracterizing some shit. Concord is a horrendously bad game. This is a cash grab. Are you telling me that playing Are you telling me that playing as EDP 445 is such What about Are you telling me it's realistic when I pull up to you like this? Or like this? Or like this? This motherfucking wannabe Hindu warrior. Or when I give you the fucking crossroads from the fucking top row. Bro, this shit is literally just goofy. You cannot put this next to shit like Concord because Concord is just a terrible fucking game. This shit is a blatant cash grab. You want a horrendously bad game? It's not about realism. It's respect for the subject matter. Oh, you're not fun at parties at all. This is a video game where if you get 20... What do you mean respect for the subject matter? What fucking subject matter? This is COD. Where motherfuckers respawn on boats to shoot at each other. What? Nah, bro. Y'all try to philosophize video games. That's where y'all lose me. This is a fucking video game. Assassin's Creed Shadows or whatever the fuck it's called is not bad because they put a nigga as a ninja. It's bad because the controls are fucking janky. No, it's not about... I'm not saying you said this. I'm speaking directly to you motherfuckers who are, it's not historically accurate. You just snitched on yourself as being somebody who's never played a fucking Assassin's Creed game. Now look, a couple years ago, how realistic could it have been for a group of motherfuckers to walk in an airport and just start blowing, talk about some no Russian? Now, in 2025, I'm just waiting for it to come across my news feed. Like, be honest with you. And that's probably a horrible thing to say, but are you telling me this isn't realistic when I kill you as the skeleton man? COD, this is probably going to be the correct take. COD suffers from that every year release syndrome. If they took gap year breaks between games, they could focus on better map design. I don't want Fortnite skins in COD. What are you talking about? This is not a Fortnite skin, it's a COD skin. And Cody Rhodes, to my knowledge, is not in Fortnite. Don't have me turn on Fortnite. Y'all niggas really gonna get mad. I don't really buy COD. Matter of fact, let me look at the store. What's in the COD store? Oh my God. Ew. Wait, I could play as the doll? Wait, I could be the doll? I ain't gonna lie, you motherfuckers might be sick of me. I could be the doll? Wait a minute. Are you telling me this isn't realistic, bro? I can't be a woman with a gun in a war zone? Have y'all never seen any of the Transformers movies, bro? Like, this is so awesome. Are you telling me I can't be a pink guard, bro? Assassin's Creed is overrated. Oh shit, it scrolled up. Hold on. Assassin's Creed is overrated. Plus, I'm not buying the game because I don't trust Ubisoft. They're greedy pigs. That's true. Yasuke was an actual person too. So look. That's what the crazy part about people whining about it not being historically accurate. So look, any motherfucker, if you see anybody talk about Assassin's Creed being bad and they bring up historical accuracy, ask them about any, and I do mean any fucking Assassin's Creed game. And if a motherfucker touts, oh my God, the best one is Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag. where you work for $1 billion tech company and synchronize with your ancestor to start fucking hack-a-slashing. They were doing VR before it became popular. What about that is realistic? What about that is even historically accurate? Toxic, I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about motherfuckers who use that as an excuse. Ubisoft is absolutely trash, and that gameplay they showed months ago was horrendous. And the fact that they're charging you motherfuckers extra shit. They're charging you motherfuckers more money to play missions behind a paywall. This ain't DLC. That's a pre-order requisite. And if you pre-order it, you get it 3 days early. A single-player game. This is not an online game. This is a single-player game. Now look, I'll cop to it. If Rockstar comes out and is like, you get GTA a week early, I'm getting that motherfucker. Because that's Grand Theft Auto. You got your mind. That's the big Balboa GTA. Everybody got a bias towards something. I'm definitely gonna fucking run that GTA. But fuck. Buy the Homelander skin? There is not a Homelander skin in this fucking game. If there's a Homelander skin in this fucking game, I might just start laughing. What's the problem, bros? Y'all telling me I can't be a psychedelic lizard with dreads? Oh, you telling me I can't be an anime girl? Oh, no, it's not even there. There's not even a skin for it. Oh, I guess I must have missed the release of the Homelander skin because it's not in the game. I mean, I know I could buy it if I fucking like go into the operators and be like, oh, you can buy this. Buy itself now. What's in the battle pass? Is there anything in the battle pass? Are you telling me this isn't real? I don't know, man. I be hearing critiques of games and I'm just like, yeah, some of y'all I don't really want to speak to about this subject matter. Y'all just gonna blow me. And in Mortal Kombat, I could expect that motherfucker in Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, probably stuff like that. Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, everything like that.
Are we still watching the vid? Yes. What was the subject matter about this? Oh, I think he was supposed to list off movies.
From what we get.
That's a good thing. What is the most recent Japanese film or piece of entertainment that you enjoyed so far?
What am I thinking of? See, a lot of them would be older ones, like Old Boy, for example. I really enjoyed that one. I know it's not Japanese, but...
Buddy, when they ask you for Japanese movies, you're supposed to give off Japanese movies and nothing else. If you give off anything else, you're telling everyone you're not really watching that subject matter.
Yeah, probably stuff like that. Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, everything like that.
I mean, if you want to play this modern day slop, I mean, I do. You've seen the games I play. They were right in front of your face. And I'm not talking specifically about you unless you get offended by it. I never understand why motherfuckers argue with me to try to make me hate what they hate. What the fuck is this? Who died playing Fortnite? What is this? Who committed suicide playing Fortnite? What is this? Never once did I log into this goddamn game and see shit like this. Who did something? Who got sued? When did they get sued? When? You know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna just fucking say this. Because I remember motherfuckers trying to fight with me, saying, oh, GTA is gonna be bad based on whose metric? Mine? Because I'm a fucking play GTA just like I played Spider-Man 2. Oh, but it was so bad. They had a mission with a deaf girl. What else was in that fucking game? I'm gonna tell y'all this much. I'm not about to convince none of you motherfuckers to like anything. Y'all on your own with that. I'm gonna tell you what I like, which is the shit you see on the screen. I play a couple horror games. I'm not gonna sit here and be like, oh, I play every horror game. I need more horror games to play. And I know the only place I could possibly find them is on the fucking PC on Steam. So I demand you motherfuckers start recommending me some. I play the shit I like. I watch the shit I like. Who's making the Super Bowl? At this point, I'm confident just fucking running with the Commanders. I'm liking in my mind the storyline of Commanders versus Chiefs, a rookie versus a veteran. Jaden Daniels versus Patrick Mahomes, but he's got to get past Jalen Hurts. And I feel like the Chiefs are just going to get there because of the fucking refs. I've been recommending you horror games to play. You won't. I feel like you have, and I just ignored you. Honestly, if GTA 6 does cost $100, the industry is fucked. Oh, no doubt. Companies will literally upcharge their games to $100 if it's real. Oh, no doubt. Because what tends to happen is a game of follow the leader, and companies were waiting to see if they were going to up the prices again after they upped them the last time. And all they needed was like one company to do it and then see success, and then others were going to follow suit. If the base game of Grand Theft Auto comes out at $100, like no special edition, deluxe edition, none of this shit. If the base game drops at $100, yeah, we're fried. Because the next year, more games are going to come out. Base price at that. Well, maybe not the next year, maybe in 2 years after. Because in this same fiscal year, let's say Grand Theft Auto comes out September or October. The next game up probably ain't coming out till the next big game probably ain't touching down till November or maybe March. And that wouldn't make such a drastic change. Not that fast. It would have to be in 2027 or the tail end of 2026.
Like Chinese, I think. But yeah, like it's
GTA 6 might be worth $100, and the fact that they use all that money to make it, I definitely wouldn't be surprised if that shit was $100. But the people that buy the trash cans support that $100 price? Probably. Oh, I'm supposed to be showing you my Fortnite skins so that you could be more disappointed in me.
These films that have been kind of peppered throughout the past 10, 20 years that are now, I think, just starting to make more of an impact. I'm just trying to think of other stuff. Like, for example...
Battle Royale.
Yes, Battle Royale.
Psst, that's what a grifter looks like. A person that doesn't...
I ain't gonna lie, if you can't name that shit on the spot, you are fried, buddy.
Know what he's talking about, but pretends to be.
So look, don't tell me anything. Just look at the screen. This should already let you know type of motherfucker I am. Mariah motherfucking Carey, the first skin you see from me. You already know what type of time I'm on. No, I've not played Alien Isolation.
I'm an expert on a controversial topic. For my next trick, I'll ask Eric July about Amazing Fantasy number 15.
Oh my god, Deathstroke. This looks so awesome. Oh, I must buy. No. None of this shit I want. This all looks terrible. I need shit. King Kong! So the skin people are actively making it worse for the normies, right? No. At the beginning and middle and end of any of this story, what's making it worse is these fucking corporate greed. Fucking places that see profits, don't understand where those profits are coming from, and think anybody's just gonna buy. Why do you think everybody had to get a refund for Concord? Because motherfuckers thought, oh, anybody will fucking buy a live service game. Look at the success of Fortnite. Not realizing that Fortnite had substance of being a quality game with collaborations that made it more fun to kill a motherfucker, for example, as King Kong. Shall we start the funding? No, I'm not buying any of this. I don't want any of this. I did get the Ninja Turtle skins though, because I got all of them. I even got them in Lego form. Corporate greed by a bunch of companies tends to be the thing that fucks them over because they think anyone's going to want to buy anything. Like, for example, this is a small example. I'm pretty sure there's a bigger one somewhere. If Rockstar did what Ubisoft is doing with Assassin's Creed, where missions are hidden behind a fucking $50 extra paywall, yeah, they're out of their mind. And I wouldn't even buy that. Because these motherfuckers are truly just, oh, it's anime character I have no idea about. You know what? I changed my mind. This is what's ruining gaming. That right there ruins all fucking gaming. Right there.
Dude, have you read Amazing Fantasy number 15?
All right, this isn't a gotcha. Can you please answer the question pertaining to
It kind of fucking is. You're talking about being a comic book fan.
Can you please answer the question?
Holy shit, do you know what Amazing Fantasy 15 is?
There are plenty of people that don't.
Do you know what Amazing Fantasy 15 is?
I don't necessarily think if you don't read every single fucking comic book known to man, that makes you illiterate towards comic books. I think that's a horrible... Look, I got that superhero you all fucking love that I hate.
I mean, look at the example I just gave. Ghost of Tsushima. Yeah, it's a game set in Asia about Asians, but it was made by Sucker Punch, an American game developer. The Spider-Man series was created by Insomniac Games, a game developer right here in my hometown of Los Angeles. The aforementioned Hogwarts Legacy was developed by Avalanche, a development team based in Utah. Santa Monica Studio.
I feel like, and I might be alone on this. Maybe I am. Hogwarts Legacy should have had DLC. Is that Ninja? Yes. It's Ninja. You know what's worse? That's Eminem.
So another development team here in Los Angeles made God of War. The idea that Western game development has lost its spark just tells me you don't know where the best-selling games were even developed. It's well known that Grand Theft Auto 6 is going to be one of the best-selling games of all time. I mean, GTA 5 is literally the second best-selling game of all time, so this isn't exactly a stretch.
If the skins are reasonably priced in a game that's free to play like Fortnite, it's understandable. Now, shit like that being priced in Valorant is egregious. I'm sorry. Is Valorant not free? I did not pay a dime for Valorant. I know what you sick fucks want. You want to see Chun-Li's ass, you fucking pervs.
Guess where Rockstar is located. And I know what the pushback to what I'm saying is going to be.
Look, Bruno Mars. Are you all happy? Are you all happy with what I'm doing? Was Hogwarts nominated for anything? Maybe. Probably. Who knows? Now, if it won anything is a different story.
Sales don't equal quality. While this is a half-truth that only applies in certain situations, the point is quality is subjective in the first place, and the only objective measure we have is sales. Besides, it's a non-point anyway.
Look, it's Christmas Snoop Dogg, and it's also regular Snoop Dogg. It's also Shaquille O'Neal. It's also Travis Scott. Also Deadpool. Also Hawkeye. Also Captain America. Also Doctor Doom. Also Doctor Strange. Also the Green Goblin. Also Spider-Man from the movie. Another Spider-Man from the movie. Another Spider-Man from the movie. Another Spider-Man from the movie. Black girl that was in the Spider-Man movie. Black Spider-Man that was in the movie. Non-movie Spider-Man, but in black suit with bulge. Spider-Man that was in the movie. Random black guy. Darth Vader. Kylo Ren. Banana. All Might. Avatar Aang. Bender. Cat. Becky Lynch. Cat. Bianca Belair. Muscle. Golden Muscle. The Easter Bunny. Anime character. Symbol for weed. A Ninja Turtle. Satan. Dog with jeans. Who the fuck is All Might? Don't worry about that.
Otherwise, why do grifters celebrate when something flops if sales don't equal quality?
Baymax! I told y'all be sick of me.
For the same reason that the Marvels are bored of...
John Cena. Naked John Cena. Half naked John Cena. John Wick. Anime character. Katara. Popular anime character who, for no reason, puts on a mask. Yeah, I know that lore. Ninja Turtle. Morty.
The play failed because the male audience still hides a deep contempt for everything that is starring strong. Yep.
This is the worst fucking skin ever. Look at how bad this shit looks. Ew. Ew. You're making me sadder than I was. Good. That's the point. That was the point. Are you ready to smile? Mrs. Incredible. Mr. Incredible. lame anime character. Another lame anime character. Futurama. Family Guy. Thor. Ninja Turtle. Tiger the Tiger Cat on the cereal box. Football player. Michael Vick. Oh, look. Pointless anime character. The Shredder. Football player. Black Cat. Toph. Futurama. This shit is terrible. Some of these were bought for me. And when I say some, I mean probably 1%. The other 99 is either Battle Pass or straight out the item shop. Cat Lady. Oh, no, that's not Cat Lady. Where's Cat Lady? Oh, Fashionista. Anime character. Fucking Emperor Zuko. Oh, pointless anime character. Look at him. Look how pointless he truly is.
Only the reason Birds of Prey failed and the Marvels wasn't because they were bad films that no one wanted, for sure.
So it's not that people are hating on everything for the sake of hating. The issue lies in the fact...
Oh, no, a lot of motherfuckers hate on shit for the sake of hating on it because they're derivative and drive off of shit being hated upon. And then when shit ends up being even like a basic success, they don't fucking acknowledge it. You could at least say that part. Referee. Football player. Referee. Football player. The Shredder. Fucking Shredder.
That something essential seems to be missing clearly from Western entertainment. There's been a societal shift that has directly impacted the quality of
Oh, the Predator.
entertainment. I've talked about this topic time and time again, but for those who are watching me for the first time, this may feel fresh.
Will Smith. Bad Boys Will Smith. The best Will Smith.
For my longtime viewers, it might sound like a broken record, but still one thing is undeniable.
Cat with a robot. Black Lady. Black Man. Black Lady. Pointless anime character.
People are more critical of media than they've ever been.
And you don't think that has anything to do with grifters?
Frozone.
Teaching them this behavior?
Aaron Yeager. I think that's it. I think that's all the ones that I could make funny. I think everything else I've shown you. That's all my Fortnite kids.
Because I gotta tell you, I don't think I've heard the word objectively more in my life than in recent times after certain YouTubers have taught people that film can be objectively good and objectively bad. I'm sorry, it can't, and it can't because it's art. Not to mention, the majority of recent public criticisms of media are almost always inherently political due to being taught this behavior by the OG grifters, Democrats and Republicans. I mean, why do I give a fuck about Donald Trump and Ben Shapiro's opinions on movies?
I'm never gonna let it slide that this motherfucker Ben Shapiro talks all this shit and then took his entire staff, not his daughter, not his sisters, not his wife. This motherfucker brought co-workers to go see the fucking Barbie movie. Like, you could just not watch that shit, bro. Like, if you truly like not fucking with feminism, you could just not watch that shit, bro. And you could have been cool with it. You know how I know that? I didn't go see the Barbie movie. I don't have a daughter. I don't have a girlfriend. I had no reason to go see that shit. Now, compare that to the Sonic movie where there are families there and I'm the one motherfucker who's a grown adult just there to see a movie and I got a Knuckles plushie on my hip. Something might be wrong with me, but in that moment, didn't care.
All they're going to do is talk about politics the whole time, and in Shapiro's case, spoil the damn movie. I'm usually not one for the causation fallacy, but you have to admit that since the rise of people like the critical drinker and nerd-erotic, we've seen a commensurate rise in this type of rhetoric from the public.
On this channel, while I've explored different types of content, I particularly enjoy poking fun at things, even things that I like. That's just who I am. I love to laugh.
Oh no, buddy, I saw that Spider-Man video. That was just terrible.
But I understand how it might seem like I've been focusing on the negative. Here's the thing. When something is trending and a lot of people are talking about it, of course, we're all going to be curious. We want to join in on the...
We get it. You have a super Fortnite log. Shut the fuck up. I just did it because the motherfucker was like, oh, I hate the fact that skins are in the game. I hate the fact that skins are in Call of Duty. I'm just fucking around.
Discussion, and before we do, we'll want to check it out and give our take. When it comes to movies, that might mean watching one to review it, or probably explaining why we chose not to watch it, or even critiquing its marketing. The reason why so many YouTube critics seem overly harsh these days is very simple. A lot of things today genuinely deserve the criticism.
There is a difference between criticism and toxicity, though, Stromboli. The types of people you're attempting to run interference for, and emulate, who are we kidding, are extraordinarily toxic. Allow me to explain what I mean. Here's an excerpt from a film critic who I consider to be the GOAT, Andrew Saris. Scene for scene, Scorsese may be the most talented contemporary American filmmaker, but wholeness has never been his strong point. Scorsese, like so many auteurs of his generation, cannot tell a story to save his life. His movies explode from the inside like a Jackson Pollock splotch, but the emotional pain often spills over the plot machinery. Thus,
You know what? I have a critique. You know who can't make a compelling movie to save his fucking life, but can give you some of the greatest shots in movie history? Michael goddamn Bay. I can't give you one moment in any fucking movie where I was like, ooh, ah, what a great story. I could give you several moments where this motherfucker is just giving you the greatest camera shots known to man. And it's all cinematic.
Gumming up the narrative flow. Between them, De Niro and Scorsese and their associates end up with a breathtakingly new dimension of memory and regret. If only I could feel the slightest moral resonance as well. But I can't.
Motherfuckers hate the Mariah Carey skin.
And that makes all the difference. You see, that's what an opinion sounds like. An honest engagement with the material by someone who loves and has studied film. He clearly doesn't like Raging Bull, but his dislike of the film isn't underscored by a desire to stick it to the artist. In fact, he quite clearly calls Scorsese the most talented contemporary American filmmaker. Contrast this with how Nerdrotic speaks about Gladiator 2.
I'll give the CGI sharks this. They did just as good of an acting job as the overrated, overcast Pedro Pascal. You know, the guy who called half the country Confederates and those bad guys from World War II, and for his efforts, he gets cast in absolutely everything, which will, I think, eventually lead to a soft reboot of being John Malkovich, being Pedro Pascal.
Does that sound like a real film critic to you?
No, it sounds like a dude who wanted to speak about something and then got mad that somebody had a political take.
Person that's honestly engaging with the material and telling us how it made him feel? Or is he injecting nonsensical political dialogue where it doesn't belong because he has a personal vendetta against the artist themselves? If you were an honest person, you would admit that this is the type of rhetoric you see from people online. People shit on a property because of who made it, not what it actually was. And these people teach them to do this. And that's why this is toxic.
Hollywood is failing, and it's not because people are being mean for the sake of being mean. If that were the case, these same people wouldn't embrace entertainment from other countries.
This is one of the biggest loads of shit I've heard in a while, and I just accidentally listened to Meet the Grams by Kendrick Lamar again. The idea.
Whoa, buddy. We can't condone Drake fans right now, bro. Like, come on, bro. We can't sit here and condone these Drake fans. Like, you hate Kendrick, you a Drake fan, bro. We can't have that. We got to be one unit. We got to be one nation under God. Kendrick Black, that's a Canadian. That Canadian suing people for talking bad about him in song. Like, this might be the first rapper to go to the lawyers about a fucking song, man. Nigga fed. Like, what the fuck? Come on, bro. Like, whoa. You just lost me with that one.
That people are embracing media from other countries is full of oversimplifications. For one, when you're referring to other countries, what you mean is East Asia, specifically Japan, Korea, and China. I mean, you're not here singing the praises of Indonesian action films as I have been for the past 8 years. I mean, I might be a little salty that whenever I tell people to watch The Raid, they have no idea what I'm talking about, but that's neither here nor there. The point is, people aren't embracing content from other countries. They're settling into media that has always been popular here. I mean, Japan is a mainstay in popular culture. They've been producing electronics that were popular in America since the 70s, and then anime has had a cult following since the 80s. They've been producing video game consoles since the Color TV game in 1977, which then allowed them to release the Famicom, known to the West as the Nintendo Entertainment System. Needless to say, the West has been embracing Japan long before most of you were even born. Speaking of before you were even born, the West and China have had relationships for literal centuries, since the Silk Road. The fact that kung fu movies and Chinese food by themselves have been incredibly popular in the West means I don't even have to explain any further. I mean,
isn't orange chicken the greatest fucking chicken known to man? Like, I know I'm black and you fucking Indonesians expect me to be like, oh, fried chicken is such good shit. But diversify your palates, my dear viewers.
The Wu-Tang Clan has their name for a reason. Korea is relatively new to the game, but that's because their modernization has been relatively recent. South Korea by the 90s had transformed from a largely agrarian economy into an industrialized and rapidly modernizing nation, often cited as an economic miracle, referred to as one of the Asian tigers because of its rapid industrialization. It hadn't joined the OECD until 1996, and then the 1997 Asian financial crisis hurt Korea far more than hurt Japan or China. My point is that we are currently embracing South Korea because they finally have something to embrace. Moreover, Korean forms of media that are popular here are things Americans and the Japanese have already done. K-pop is a repackaging of Black American pop and R&B music.
Didn't expect to start hearing Korean music, but all right.
Korean dramas are the equivalent of American and Mexican soap operas. A game like Stellar Blade looks like it was made by a Japanese developer. And I'm not saying this to disparage them. I mean, seriously, look at my Netflix. I basically only watch Korean media on Netflix these days. It's like my favorite thing. What I'm trying to say is that we are beginning to embrace Koreans because they feel familiar. A truly alien to the West culture does not get as much love here as these relatively familiar pieces of media do. Think about it. Indian music is incredibly beautiful, but how many times have you seen an annoying Indian pop stan on Twitter? How many Mongolian movies do you know? Name the Egyptian TV shows you've actually watched. I mean, most Americans watched Squid Game with the
Bollywood! That don't count.
English dub, the absolute heathens. That doesn't seem like actually embracing other cultures to me.
Yet we see audiences flocking to content from...
Say, bro, sometimes I don't feel like reading and watching. Come on, bro. Like, I can let it slide a couple times. It's like, if the dub's so bad, I just gonna have to stomach it. But a nigga can't just a nigga can't read and watch all the time, bro. I can only do so much with my day-to-day as I'm watching anime.
Places like Korea, China, and Japan.
I swear, I wrote that before she actually said it. You gotta love when people immediately prove your point after you said it. Pardon the interruption.
Countries that haven't yet been overtaken by extreme political correctness or stifling creativity.
Oof, huge swing and a miss. Now, I don't know what Spaghetti's ethnic background is, but it's clear she doesn't have the slightest clue about East Asian societies. First of all, Chinese, Japanese, and Korean cultures have traditionally been patriarchal, with social systems historically centered around male authority in the family, community, and broader society. In that sense, they could be considered traditional and conservative in common parlance. I like to think of myself as a credible source on modern Japanese culture. As a person that speaks the language, studied the culture, history, and artwork, and someone that is constantly actually in Japan, I think I have a solid grasp on the country and can say the following with no sense of irony. Suggesting that Japan doesn't stifle creativity is blatantly ignorant and outs you as a person that doesn't know what they're talking about. They quite literally have a famous saying about this very thing. Berukugi wa utareru, which means the nail that sticks out gets hammered down. It is literally a call to conform. That's not to suggest that the younger generation aren't gradually evolving, but anyone who actually knows anything about Japan will tell you they stifle creativity all the time.
I mean, who's to say that she doesn't know anything about Japan? She watches anime, I bet. I had a guy try to talk to me about Japanese culture. And I am someone who could admit wholeheartedly, I know nothing about Japanese culture. But I could also say with a strong fucking cadence, neither did he. And I called his bluff. And this motherfucker yelled out, I've been watching anime since the early 2000s. I know more than you. And I never wanted to choke anybody harder than in that moment.
Japanese rank among the world's highest in risk aversion. There are literally studies on this phenomenon. That you see the gains you do from Japan is due to carefully calculated and curated moves made by some of the most intelligent and shrewd people you will ever meet. Now, I can't speak as intelligently to the situations in Korea and China as I can Japan, but I would imagine they are very similar. The Chinese literally live under...
No, North Korea is way worse.
Censorship rules we would deem draconian, and Koreans get in huge scandals for smoking weed, like the actor who played Thanos in Squid Game did. Weed, for fuck's sake.
Yeah, that could change someday, but for now, this is the reality. When millions of people, including those who aren't terminally online or skipping these movies and games, they're not interested, they're losing interest, it's very clear that this isn't just about a vocal minority. The majority of people simply aren't investing in these products anymore.
I see your attempt at getting ahead of the criticism of your position, and I raise you the fact that you don't have empirical evidence to make this claim. From all available evidence, the people that are complaining about modern movies, etc., are a vocal minority. Setting aside the fact that online these conversations seem to be split down the middle, on every single site that aggregates reviews, the movies you people keep complaining about seem to usually get great scores from the audience. This would point to a disconnect between the people you see in your online bubbles and the people that are actually going out to watch a thing. Sites like Steam, Rotten Tomatoes, and CinemaScore show the audience's reaction to something they have actually consumed, as Rotten Tomatoes' audience score for movies comes from people who have actually purchased a ticket, and CinemaScore's ratings are surveys of people literally walking out of a theater. On the other hand, sites like Metacritic are less trustworthy, given that anyone can rate a piece of media with no way to prove they've actually consumed the thing, and no way to prove they aren't a sock account used for the purposes of review bombs. So why is it that the review scores for a film like The Marvels differ so much on Rotten Tomatoes than it does on Metacritic? The answer is obvious. The people you're talking about don't actually watch the things they are complaining about, and instead adopt grifter talking points in these reviews and attempt to artificially lower the score of a movie they perceive to be on the other side of the culture war. I mean, does this guy seem like a real person that actually...
This by far is the worst Marvel movie to date ever released. Oh, you clearly never saw Endgame. The singing language, or the signing, it might be singing language nonsense, was insanely stupid, and the entire movie in general felt like it was done by one of those blue-haired... Yeah, this is shit where I can't take the review seriously, because once you start injecting like that fucking weird online verbiage, I can't take it seriously.
We watched this.
Like, you're well within your right to type however the fuck you want. I'm just not going to take it serious.
Only 5 movies rated on the site, 2 of which aren't viewable. One is The Marvels, another is the controversial film Cuties, and the other is The Old Guard, where his problem is a black actress who was hired because of diversity.
The movie wasn't actually all that bad, but the actress they picked to play the young black girl who was discovering her immortality was a horrible actress, and is why I rated this movie at a 6. Had they picked someone who genuinely deserved the part, oh my god.
Standards.
This isn't just a few YouTubers pointing out flaws, it's a widespread issue. There are clear common denominators that explain why people have stopped financially supporting these once beloved industries.
Yes, the main one being that going to the movies is incredibly expensive in 2025. From 2015 to 2023, the average movie ticket at AMC had gone up nearly 24% in price in the United States. On top of that, concession prices have gotten out of control lately. At AMC, there's almost no price.
I ain't even gonna fucking lie. $10 for... First of all, listen, I don't care. You judge me if you want. You already done it because you're all just jealous because I have more Call of Duty and Fortnite skins than you. But if you go to the... I go to the fucking movies, and you know what I get? I get motherfucking chicken tenders. Because it was unannounced to me that they serve those at the fucking movies. I was so thrown off, yet excited. Bust a nut.
Difference between a regular popcorn and a large popcorn. I mean, only $1 more for 380 extra calories? Pandemic, inflation, and material shortages with no raise in average wages have caused people to focus their financial health on things that are important, and movies are a luxury. Trying to equate the slump in theater going to Hollywood being bad is ignorant at best. There are a variety of reasons movies perform poorly, and no, it's not because some terminally online dudes are complaining about a Star Wars movie. Effective marketing, subject matter, particular actors, and hell, luck and timing are what actually determine if a movie does well financially. Even in this so-called slump in theater going from 2021 to 2024, we had multiple movies hit $1 billion, like Spider-Man No Way Home in 2021, Avatar 2, Top Gun Maverick, and Jurassic World Dominion in 2022, Barbie and the Super Mario Bros. Movie in 2023, and Inside Out 2, Deadpool and Wolverine, and Moana 2 in 2024. These numbers are typical. The only outlier is 2019, where 9 out of the top 10 movies each made at least $1 billion, something that has never happened in history.
It's worth noting that this whole narrative about YouTube critics being problematic didn't start getting traction until traditional media critics outside of YouTube became irrelevant. And why did that happen? Because people stopped caring about what some disconnected expert at a major publication had to say and started valuing the opinions of regular people who actually experience the media the same way they do. Before YouTube, it was all about word of mouth, friends.
I don't experience the media the same way y'all do. I kind of just wake up, go watch the movie. Like a normal motherfucker. Normal motherfucker just watch the movie, bro. All that, I gotta be looking for some shit to start complaining about. Ain't gonna happen.
Family or coworkers sharing their thoughts. YouTube is just a massive extension of that, where anyone from anywhere in the world can chime in on the discussions. It's more
I don't think I don't sneak in his drinks. I ain't gonna lie. Never mind. No, I didn't. 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 Come on, went live. Oh, come on, you sick fuck.
a lot more far-reaching.
Being a YouTuber myself, I intimately understand the value that we provide an audience. But being a YouTuber myself,
See, this point I was making earlier. If someone makes a mockery of something that I love and means something to me for money, when we have plenty, if people that know and love the same stuff, what? Wait a minute, let me read this again. See, this is the point I was making earlier. If someone makes a mockery of something that I love and means something to me for money, when we have plenty of people that know and love the same subject. Explain this point deeper, because you're losing me after saying if someone makes a mockery of something that I love. And you have a problem with people coming in and whoopifying it for money? Does it completely take you out of the game? Or the movie, for that matter? Because if it's yes, you need to have a little bit more fun. And I'm saying that as somebody who will choke the life out of any of you who play Marvel's Rivals and you play as Jeff the Shark. Yes, I need to have more fun, but then I remember anyone who plays as Jeff the Shark is a terrorist.
I also understand how toxic a community can be. I want you to understand that you are describing a more powerful entity than we. A publication like the Chicago Sun-Times, the newspaper famed film critic Roger Ebert wrote for, reached peak circulation in 1996 with an average weekday circulation of about 400,000 papers. Currently, they get around 90,000 unique print readers, and a sizable portion of those people aren't even reading their movie reviews. And although 90,000 sounds like a lot, that pales in comparison to the 25 million views CinemaSins got on their Everything Wrong with 2012 video by itself. YouTubers and other content creators are far more powerful than any traditional film critic has ever been. And as we all learned from Amazing Fantasy number 15, that Eric July never actually read, with great power, there must also come great responsibility.
What do you mean? No one, he didn't read this. Did he really not read one of the most iconic fucking, oh God. Like how Nintendo strikes down modders who did better with their own data. So look, not to be pro-business, but I'm never gonna be too mad when the companies like crack down on mods. Not to be pro-business, but y'all taking their IPs and fucking zhuzhing them up. While yes, they're fun, and this is not every example, and Nintendo is egregious on some of these, I would rather it be done if people are modding it for a profit. Like if you're just, fuck it, I got this free mod, I think Nintendo's scummy for fucking with that. But if motherfuckers are paywalling the fuck out of this shit, yeah, Nintendo could let it rip on y'all. Oh, but it's fun. Oh, well, you know what's fun for Nintendo? That motherfucking coin! Are we all in agreement that the fucking Nintendo Switch 2 looks like a Stream Deck? Or am I just the senile one? I'm fine with being the senile one. I just need to know if I'm the senile one. Like, I can't just randomly not know that I'm the senile one.
YouTube critics are actually essential because they provide honest feedback that resonates with audiences.
This isn't entirely true. What you meant to say was that they're
modders make no profit. That is a blatant lie. This is a lie. They can if they choose to. And it's by locking that shit behind a significant fucking paywall to get access, or not access, but to get motherfuckers money so that they could sell. Hey, I got this modded fucking world you could all sit in. Like, they can make a profit if they so choose. A good majority of them don't. And while I do think if motherfuckers are just doing shit for fun, Nintendo's fucking out of pocket, it's still gonna be in that camp of that's their IP. They're gonna run that shit to the ground however the fuck they want, whether it be for the advancement and the future of that said IP, or just to make it the same stale old product that motherfuckers are gonna consume anyway. Current day Pokemon. Oh God, what was that? Did I just cough? Oh my God, I'm so sorry for that. I could go on a whole spiel about current day Pokemon and how it's ass backwards and how motherfuckers modded these games to make them way better and more interactive of the subject matter, and Nintendo butt fucked that. Fuck. Fucking ruined it. Nintendo, you're ruining it.
Takes resonate with their audience. A very careful.
They tried to fuck Power World. I don't have the heart to tell you that I would. If I was Nintendo, I would destroy Power World just for the love of the competition. I don't have the heart to tell you. I don't have the heart to tell any of you. I don't have the heart to tell any of you. Power World deserves nothing but the gulag. Which is what I would say if I didn't play Power World and actually had fun with it. God damn it. I was fighting the good fight, being a good fucking Nintendo boy, but then I got my hands on Power World and I was like, this shit is so fun. And Nintendo had no legs to stand on in that lawsuit. And I'm so glad Power World's still here. Do people still play Power? Yes. You're currently watching a stream of a motherfucker who still plays Power World. What are you talking about, bro? Just play that shit on Steam. Why the fuck do you think I got a PC? Not to play Power World, but fuck, that's a significant benefit. I don't know if this is a real person. Is this a real person? Oh my God! It was a fucking. You know what?
Curated audience. For example, my audience is much different to Neurotic's audience, and in fact would be at odds more often than not. This is because the audience he's curated would be more politically charged than mine.
I got clowned by what I thought was an NPC. Fuck me.
My own, as when I review or talk about film, I tend to leave political and controversial out-of-universe topics out of the review. People come to me because they want the brass tacks about film, and perhaps even a bit of my personality thrown into the calculus. People go to him because they likely want to hear his political takes on a film. So while I agree that we do resonate with various audiences, the disconnect is whether or not the feedback is honest. The Critical Drinker specifically stated that Gina Carano couldn't act.
But for the life of me, I'll never understand why they cast Gina Carano. I mean, she's big and burly, and she obviously knows what she's doing when it comes to the fight scenes, but she's a fucking cage fighter, not an actor. Watching her trying to emote is almost as painful as watching Brie Larson trying to be funny.
After she comes out as being on his political side, he changes his tune on her, rating one of her most recent films highly, and actually praises her acting. Sensing people like me.
That's the power of Hatsune Miku. Put some respect on it. Oh, fuck that nerd. Fuck you, nerds. You got killed by Hatsune Miku. Fuck you, nerds. Fuck your anime girls. I was in the Avatar state. I was blinded.
Me would call him out about this flip-flop. He attempts to get ahead of the criticism by, well, I'll let you hear it.
She's a mother and a homemade.
I've played probably 1,000 hours of Power. Oh, God. Wow. It's better than the last 3 Pokemon gens. I'm inclined to agree with you. I just need to make sure. What were the last 3? Because I haven't touched Pokemon in I don't know how long. What were the last 3? Scarlet and Violet was trash. Argue with your mamas. Arceus was amazing. I'm not counting the remakes. Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl. Yeah, Power World's better than Sword and Shield. Who was the fucking region before that? What was the region before Sword and Shield? Was that X and Y? Because I will argue to the death that X and Y is better than Power World. From story to Pokemon design to actual fucking creativity of the fucking game. Like if that's the next one, I would defend that. If there's something after X and Y and before Sword and Shield, then I'll agree. It's Sun and Moon. I will not be defending Sun and Moon. I am not sorry about that. I am not defending Sun and Moon. Sun and Moon is to the gallows. I am not defending the Ultra Moon either. And that only exists because motherfuckers felt comfortable to come out with Pokemon Black and White 2. Like, what the fuck? That was the first step into this weird fucking idea that has been set by motherfuckers in terms of game development. Like, oh, fuck a sequel. Let's just make the same game.
Make her forced into a situation that she's absolutely not prepared for, rather than some wannabe action hero just bursting to get out. And it's almost a novelty at this point to see a female protagonist who isn't instantly brilliant at everything. You can tell this movie wasn't made by Hollywood, I'll say that much. And I'll give Gina Carano credit here. She does a pretty good job with this character. I've said before.
No, I was not counting any of the fucking remakes. I was counting like the actual like next gen, not next gen games. Not next gen as in PS5. I'm talking about next fucking mainline series games, not remakes.
Before in my Mandalorian review, that I don't consider her to be an actress of great dramatic range. She's basically made a career out of playing big burly enforcers who let her fist do most of the talking, rarely taking on roles that demand more than she can give.
You see him getting ahead of the criticism, the one that I'm levying against him right now.
And so I was kind of braced for the worst when I realized she was going to have to carry this film without more experienced actors to back her up. But I have to admit, I was pleasantly surprised by what I saw here.
Okay. I think we've heard enough. He's... All of a sudden, he's changed his mind on this actress that can't really act. Because, you know, she's acting in a right-wing production, and she's come out as a right-winger. All of a sudden, you know, she couldn't act when she was, you know, the girl boss in the Star Wars, you know, the left-wing Disney Star Wars stuff. And this one, she's pretty good. Pretty good. Does that...
And there was never really fucking significant change in her at all. It was the same burly-ass fucking woman doing the same bit of, like, strong, beefy bitch. I think, in retrospective, a lot of motherfuckers' criticisms, you gotta listen to them and how they paper thin these shits. And if they're actually something you want to listen to, or if there's just some shit that is just going to bore you after a certain subject matter. Did they get rid of the Pokeball gimmick in Pal World? No? Did they? I don't know. I fucking care. Didn't they use the 3DS models in Sword and Shield? There's one reason why that fucking game was terrible. Would you like any more reasons? Those fucking games were terrible. You hear me, motherfucker? Terrible. All right, boys. I think we've done it. I think we've succeeded. I think we made it to the end. I'm done. I've streamed. I feel good. Do you all feel good? Did you learn anything today? I didn't. They didn't even get sued for that. They didn't. But I'll be back maybe Friday. Or maybe you won't see me till next Thursday. Who fucking knows? But always remember, everyone should buy Call of Duty skins because that keeps the game alive. Goodbye!